Play the music. We'll go with the otherworldly song today, talking about Interdimensional. We are live, waiting for all those Rings and Louis, Ritas. Yeah. Whoever's listening in YouTube land, started in a few, just waiting for people to show up. You can use the wheel of torture today. You can select everybody's turn. Because Louis here. Hope you're doing well out there, Louis. Hope the kids aren't driving you crazy and you're not driving them crazy. All right. think the wait's been long enough. Let's see, voice level. Turn my voice up a little bit. Make it a little bit more. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think it's about time. Sharing the Facebook. Right on, Louie. You're the master. Right on. I was asking you, Louie, how you doing? Are you driving your kids crazy, or are they driving you crazy? Hope everybody's got a balanced amount of sanity. And base is officially up. That's it. Is it? All right, we're live. We're good. The Monstercast has officially begun. It has begun. Alrighty, the kids are good. We drive each other crazy all the time. Awesome. You seem like a really fun guy, Louie. And I don't mean the mushroom. I just think you seem like a fun guy. You remind me of somebody, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Was my professor in the university? I'm not sure who. Somebody you remind me of. Somebody. Cool. Chris is here. Awesome. Let's add him to the wheel. Strip naked, Chris.
Hello.
That's how we greet you. Hello.
So far, so good.
Everybody that's here, strip naked and get on the wheel. That's how we do it. Tie you up. And we don't do it unless you're naked. That's normal. You never see people tied up to a wheel with clothes on. Come on now. We know the drill. Drop them clothes. All right. Chris is here, so we can officially get started. Sweet. Today is Monstercast number 75. In this world-renowned podcast, the Monstercast, the greatest monster. What do we call it? I don't like the wording talk show, but the greatest podcast. Go with Monstercast. On Earth, probably in existence right now. For anybody that is confused. That's how it is here. Okay? So don't have to question it anymore. We are the best monster podcast in the world. Bago's here. Welcome, Bago.
Fashionably late as ever, right?
Mm-hmm. We'll put you on the wheel as well, so please take your clothes off. Everybody that goes on the wheel takes their clothes off. It is mandatory. It's normal. Everybody should already expect that. Nothing weird.
Joke's on you. I already have my clothes on.
Perfect. I knew you would. I was just teasing. Raincrawler is here. Welcome, Rain. I got your message, Rain, so I put you on the wheel already. I hope your clothes are off. Look, it's nothing weird here about the clothes off, guys. It's a wheel of torture, okay? People don't go on wheels of tortures with clothes on, okay? So clothes off. It just makes the turning smoother. Everything goes smoother, okay? Come on now. All right, let's see here. Who else? So, yeah. Today we're going to be talking about Interdimensional Monsters, number 75, guys. A lot of monster casts we've had. I would like to thank everybody that keeps this Discord running, and running well at that. I would like to thank... I'll try to thank everybody again when there's more people that show up, so everybody, here's my gratitude. Other than that, we'll get started. So interdimensional, we're talking monsters beyond our own dimension. The rule today with that, one of the goals today will be to avoid deities, so gods and goddesses, because that just makes it too easy. We can just find any god and goddess to discuss. So try to make it not some god or goddess that is known. If you can't find anything and you just love this god or goddess or deity, then, you can give it a shout out as well. Hello, Jono, are you going to stay with us now? Let me know, Jono, so I don't have to repeat everything. Okay, so that's our goal is interdimensional, but try to stay away from deities if you can, because that makes it too easy. We will spin the wheel. Jono, are you going to stay here? Let me know so I can put you on the wheel of torture if you have anything to share. If you don't, let me know now or when your name comes. You know what? I'm just going to put you on the wheel, Jono. Please take your clothes off. I shouldn't have to repeat this.
Yeah, Gianna, take your clothes off.
You guys should already know this. When you go on the wheel, you take your clothes off. My clothes are off. And I'm not even going on the wheel.
Prove it.
I don't know why. No. Actually, I'm proving the opposite. Damn it.
That's pretty weak, dude.
Well, I'm not going on the wheel, so my clothes can my shirt here can be on. There we go. Let's see. Louis, I'll add you to the wheel too. I think I already did. Whether you have something to share or not, it's all good. Let me know when I call you if you hear my calling. This is just a hangout, so nothing, nothing mandatory, nothing required here. No commitments. Have fun, guys. Loosen.
Yeah, you know how we are about commitment.
That
Hell
bikini
yeah.
looks like an evil face. It does. It's an evil face bikini. It's a creature from Dande's next comic. Dande will be joining us. Oh, so I need to shout this out because in today's episode, today's Monstercast, we're going to be going over the Monster Maker Challenge that Dande runs every month. So we're going to be going over the submissions for that. Some awesome stuff. I think Rain submitted some really cool work there. So I'm looking forward to discussing those. So we'll be talking about those too a little bit later instead of early on. So let's get through this stuff smoothly, quickly. So this isn't going to be another 3-hour, ordeal. Last thing. Do I have any last thing to mention? Dande is here. Welcome, Dande. I just said that you're going to be presenting your stuff a little later, and I think we can keep with that, change it up a little bit. Just glad you're here. I was just mentioning that the evil bikini should go in your comic. Yeah. But what I was wanting to mention is shout out to Dande's channel and work. Dande does feel like I'm a little loud. Hold on, let me turn down my mic a little bit. Dande does create comics free for download and your viewing. He does have a Patreon, so do support Dande if you enjoy his work and keep downloading it and never show him your gratitude by sending him $1. What's $1? It at least says you care. But anyway, he does have a YouTube channel, and he did make a recent video on some comic challenge where he created, I think, like 2 comics in the matter of 2 or 3 hours. He can elaborate more on that, but yeah. So, and he's getting good and better with his YouTube commentaries. His videos they're good. His last painted time lapse was great. So I do recommend
What are
his
we talking
channel.
about? I kind of tuned out.
Dande's channel. He has a
wow.
channel on YouTube that's pretty decent.
Oh, nice.
Not pretty decent, but good. And I was impressed with it, to
Oh.
be honest. And that's why I mentioned to Dande that I enjoyed his commentary. And check out his comics. He just released the newest one. I haven't checked out myself. Okay, that's
I got
it.
a little worried there for a second when you said, well, not decent, but
Right. I tend to use the word decent too much, and when I'm shouting somebody out, that's not the word to use, because Dande is beyond decent. All right. So let's get going. Let's talk about not international monsters, interdimensional monsters. We got Dande here in voice. We have Darth Phoenix in text, Gogmazio in text, I believe. Giano, we'll see, but probably in text. GMPF in text and voice. Chris Chu in voice.
Yellow.
Chris Chu also has a channel out there, guys. He has a couple channels, but if I may, there's one with a shed in it, and that's Chris's
Yes.
shed.
I am actually currently working on a video. After a solid maybe 7 to 10 hours of editing, I have managed to complete the first 1 minute.
Yeah,
oh
that's
yeah.
the life. That's the life of an editor.
You'll
Yep.
only get better as you go, dude. I believe in you.
Not necessarily faster though. Speaking from experience. So do check out if you like listening to Chris's voice, to Chris's tellings, to Chris's life even as he gets a little bit more personal there. Go to Chris's Shed on YouTube, and you can even see some more of Chris sometime if you're lucky. By the way, Chris, in my latest video, there's a little bit of an Easter egg, and you're the big Easter egg in that video. Discord of the Easter egg. So when you get a chance later, just remember that. Oh,
When possible, I'm gonna look it up because I have been kind of busy with a real life right now, which is sad.
all good. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's all right first of all, and I hope you enjoy it. Jono
all
is
good.
the only person I think that caught it so far.
Well, why did you spoil it?
Because I wasn't sure if you're gonna watch the video, and I did want you to.
You could have just said, "I have made a video. I would like for you to watch it." I was gonna watch
Was
it.
this in the werewolf video?
Yes, I've said too much now. Yeah, it's the latest. Well, it's a 20-minute video too, so okay, that's all I'll say.
Fiona
Hopefully,
has completed his transformation into a furry.
by the end of our jibba jabba today, it's a short thing. You know, it's an Easter egg. Easter eggs are have a keen eye. Although this one's pretty obvious, especially to you, Chris. Anyway, so I hope you'll forget this jibba jabba, but remember to watch. But didn't want to ruin it. Let's see. Hello, Rain. Arthur is like, I wear a shirt only. Right. Nothing else. Our original interdimensional monsters accepted. Original. Sure, Louis.
Like
That's fine.
characters things that we've created ourselves.
Sure. Just don't go
Ooh.
too, because we had a Monstercast for our own shares, and people tend to really get into their shares, and sometimes other people obviously don't care as much because that's how humans are. So if you do share your own stuff, I say just, keep it limited. Don't go into crazy lore unless we have a specific monster. Just to keep things moving along. Okay, enough jibba jabba. How far are we in? I know I always keep this for a while.
I love that you say enough jibber jabber so often, and all this is a bunch of jibber jabber.
It is.
Honestly.
It is. It's I'm a mouther. Inside my human body is a, what are they called? The mouther from D&D. And Chicken God is here. I don't know who that is. Let's see if I can tell. They're a chicken god.
Well, it's obviously the god of chickens. Duh.
Yeah, bird alive. So, wow, I think it's the first time they're here. So welcome, Chicken God. An honor to have you here. I feel like I know you, but I don't know this name. So let's spin the wheel. Let's get this party rolling. Did I add Chris to the wheel? Did he take his clothes off? I hope so.
I'm always prepared.
Chicken God will add you to the wheel. Yeah, it's my first time swinging by. Cool, Chicken God. If I call you out, Chicken God, and to share something and you have nothing to share, don't worry. Just say you don't have anything or type it out and I'll know and I won't bother you. It's all good. You can stay here and listen. You don't have to participate necessarily. All right, I'm going to spin this wheel.
Alrighty.
There we go. Clicking the nipple of the wheel. Darth, Rain, Chicken, Louie, Jono, Bog. Boggo. It's your turn.
Uh-oh. Okay. I guess I'll say words. Gosh. Twist my arm, why don't you?
Gotta.
Well, let's see. I had an idea until you called me out. Now I'm joking a little
shocked.
bit. You know how it is. It was
He's under pressure.
son of a bitch.
Spotlight's on him. He's burning. The sweat is going down his back.
You know what? Fine. I'll just show a thing that I made myself because
Cool.
other things, you know what I'm saying. Let me just pull up the picture.
Pull it up. And reminding everybody again that we will share this month's Monster Maker Challenge that Donde runs. maybe halfway through the show or at the end of everybody's interdimensional shares. And then maybe Dante will mention the next month's challenge at the end of that. We'll see.
Sorry, I've got a bunch more random pictures downloaded on my phone recently because I was sharing some things with some friends.
All good. I'll take you off the wheel. You haven't suffered much. You can get off the wheel now. You can get dressed.
Oh boy, I refuse.
Well, you didn't even bring any clothes, so yeah.
Ha!
We all know Bago.
Sucker.
Joke's on me, I guess.
Yeah. I guess I'll just have to take your clothes.
Well, here's a sock. Do with it what you will.
I love socks. They make almost as good a hats as boots.
Bago, would you like me to go to anybody else? Or are you almost ready?
No, I'm almost ready. I just had
Okay.
to find the image I was looking for is all. And
All
it's
good.
sending right now.
We're just keeping people
Okay.
entertained with our mouths.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing I'm best at, entertaining people with. Don't take that out of context. Oof.
Oof.
That'd be some spicy stuff.
Sweet. So we got a first by Chicken God joining us. That's great. Always nice to have somebody new join in. Chicken God, I don't know if I've seen you introduce yourself. Did you come here from the channel, or did somebody introduce you here? All right, go ahead, Bago.
There you go. That's a kitty cat thing. Not hashtag not furry. I don't fucking care. Anyways, bastard child of an extra dimensional beast and one of the many mortal races, specifically known as well, in D&D I guess you'd consider it a tabaxi. They weren't originally a D&D character, but tabaxi is one of the many cat races in different things. So let's just do that. Its parent isn't a god, although any being that lives on a higher dimension than ours would probably be considered a godlike entity to us. So he has the big problem of having the dual perception of being aware of the fourth dimension, but being trapped in a body that is mostly three-dimensional. So, not always the sanest of folk. And any questions? So I don't have to say anything else. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Sounds like an intriguing creature.
Yeah.
what? Sorry if I missed it. But what race is he exactly?
Well, he's a bastard child of a fourth dimensional being and a cat folk, basically.
Okay, catfolk. Gotcha.
He's only half cat folk. You hear? You hear?
Well, I like it because when you're thinking interdimensional creatures, beings, but this one's a little bit more humbling. This one's is something you can grasp easily and look at and almost relate to. Unlike those greats out there, right? So that's what I like about it.
I mean, if you could see, because part of him actually exists on the fourth dimension, you literally can't comprehend part of him, so you're only perceiving his mortal half for the most part.
Mm.
And there's just a vague sense of something being wrong when you're in his presence.
So in the other,
it's not quite right.
Or his full self, can we even imagine what that looks like? Do you have that figured out, or not necessarily?
I don't have any images of anything like that, but as far as a normal three-dimensionally aware being would see it, it would probably just end up being impossible geometry, eyes, teeth, tentacles. It's impossible to quite grasp what something that is four-dimensional would look like. It's like telling a two-dimensional stick figure to describe what we look like.
You're right. It's a little shocking when they do experience it. So when he's in our plane of existence, like, what can he, like, jump into different times just instantly, that kind of thing? Like, what kind of things would he be able to do?
There's a
abilities.
lot of stuff that he technically can do. He just has trouble wrapping his mind around some of it sometimes.
Because of morality or ethics?
No, it's just he will basically get headaches and stuff if he tries to act too much upon his
I see.
fourth dimensional, what we'd consider abilities, I guess.
Is it because of
So
the three-dimensional
he does-
limits?
Yeah,
Okay.
that he has trouble with seeing both sides at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So he ends up just looking lazy to most, and his experience of time and space and reality is just different because he's seeing two different sides of one.
Okay. Anybody have any comments, questions?
That's an intriguing pussycat.
Mm-hmm. Chris finds it interesting. I see people like the art. I know you've posted it previously, and we do like. I like the conception overall. I mean, the art's great, but I like the conception and what the artist could do with your guidance there, Bog. So it's a pretty cool
Yeah.
original creation.
I'd also like to point out that as far as seeing that crown and those tattoos on him, those are parts of him that betray his otherworldly nature in even just his normal that you can see form. I'm
Gotcha.
sure if you had some sort of ability to like see through illusions, you'd
Mhm.
see more of him. Because
Okay.
in a lot of mediums, there's like people who have some sort of special sight
Nice.
that allows them to see through illusions and stuff.
Cool.
Or like even X-ray sight or something, if you think about it, would probably pick up something else.
Yeah. Gargamel keeps jumping in and out. You okay there, Garg? Glad you can join us.
Hello, guys.
Awesome.
Hello!
Greetings.
Yeah, I trouble
Greetings.
getting into work at first, so that's why I jumped in and out like that.
I'll put you
Greetings,
on
What's
the
today's topic?
interdimensional
Interdimensional
monsters.
monsters,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but preferably not gods.
To make it a little bit more challenging and unique. I'll put you on the wheel of torture, Garg. So if you're around to when your name gets called, then if you do have something to share, you can go ahead at that time.
Okay.
If you don't, then you can let me know. No big deal. The deal
Well,
is always
I-
is yes.
Oh, sorry. When I was creating the character, I just thought it would be like people making some sort of reality manipulating ability for something is a dime a dozen, but usually they're either too weak just because of the character being scared to use them or just totally overpowered. But
Right.
I liked the idea of some character that to us would be considered a reality manipulator, but is really just aware and partially on a
Mhm.
higher plane of existence than us,
Nice.
and just having trouble with getting nauseous or headaches and stuff when trying to put themselves too much on one side or the other.
Great. Very much like that idea, and it's a very much not a deity like we're talking about. Trying to avoid today, as it's just a sort of higher state of being, as opposed to us. So to humans, it will look like a god, right? But this is just its own being.
Like
I wouldn't say
some people
species; it's a
will
mix,
call him like a demigod or something, and he's like,
right? Which
I'm
would
not
make
a god.
sense
Gods are
to
assholes.
yeah, demigod would make sense in his case too. Looking at his mother and father, right?
Yeah.
To a degree. So cool. Okay, Gargamel, you're on the wheel. Make sure, Garg, when you strap yourself to the wheel, you take your clothes off. This is a normal thing I don't. I know you get it. You've been on the wheel many times, so I don't know how much longer I should continue this before it gets cringy.
I'm not taking my clothes
Demonetized.
off.
You say that every
Gargamel,
time.
nobody
We're
goes
gonna
on a
get you
wheel of
eventually.
torture with their clothes on. Gargamel,
This
you
is
know
not
this.
a porno. I'm not taking my clothes.
It's
I remember when we were talking
It's
about
softcore.
expanding our horizons onto Pornhub. Just saying.
sounds a bit like my
It's not too
original
late
character.
to do that.
Nice. Alrighty, I'll spin that wheel. Hopefully it's not going to be Dande since he's going to be right back. Anybody else have anything else to add or share about Bago's creation? If not, I'll continue to the next person. Thank you, Bago, for sharing.
You are
But-
most welcome.
I'm glad to learn more about this guy. I don't usually, if there's big texts in the caverns, I don't go through them. So it's nice to hear what your creation is from the mouth of the demon, so to speak. Not really, so to speak here, I guess. Okay, we're spinning that wheel. Rita's here. Awesome. We'll add Rita to the wheel for fun. I hate to repeat this, but Rita, anybody that goes on a wheel of torture, you got to take the clothes off. It just makes it for a smooth, problemless spin. That's how wheel of tortures work. Apparently, I have to remind people today that they have to take their clothes off.
And demonetized.
All right, Chicken Louie. Louie, it's all about you. Let me check. Do you have anything you wanted to share, Louie? You can type it up here in bits, and I can post it here, or check my Facebook, or if you don't, let me know. So Louie, brother Louie. That's modern talking, right, brother Louie? Nobody.
Oh, by the way, I may leave partway so I can watch a bit of AJ's stream as well.
Cool.
Trying to, since you guys have a bit of different times right now because of daylight saving time and all, it allows
Funny, we're
me
on
to try
opposites.
and support both of y'all.
We're basically on opposite sides of the planet. Almost like the best you can be, opposite sides of the planet, and we still run at the same time. Kind of funny. But I guess it's a good international time. We get those people all over the place. Louis, still waiting for you. Louis, your love I'm gonna buy. Is that the modern talking song, JMPF? Brother Louis.
Just
Wow.
made it right now.
There we go. He's typing. He's stressed because I'm putting the pressure on him. This burning spotlights. All right, let me copy over his text over here. Here we go. Louis says, my original interdimensional character is the lightning man. He is powered by the devil. His enemies create. Okay, that was not proper reading. Welcome back, Dante. We're reading Louis' share now.
Wait, are these original characters or something that we've heard of before?
They don't have to be
Preferably,
original characters. It just happened that he put me on the spot, and I just threw out.
Okay.
I had another
I
one
just
in
wanted to
mind,
clear
but I
that up.
can't remember.
so guys,
I know what it was. It was the Astral Dragon. Fuck.
we'll get back to
Astral
you. You can
Dragon
shout
from
that out.
D&D.
Yep.
I was thinking of going with that one, but thought it would
Go
be
ahead,
too many
please.
D&D
You
characters.
have my blessing, my child.
Yeah, D&D has a lot of interdimensional characters.
But the Astral Dragon's a dragon.
So, Gargamel, to answer your question, preferably we stay not original creations, but if you can't think of anything, then that's okay. Okay. So Louis said, my original interdimensional character is the Lightning Man. He is powered by the evil his enemies create. He is able to bend reality with the more souls he devours. That's awesome. That reminds me of a friend of mine, Louis. His name's Charles
Donda?
Bota. He's a strange guy. He's an older friend of mine. Had quite this history, but I call him. I'm not gonna get into it. Anyway, good job, Louis. So he's the Lightning Man. He's powered by the evil. Love it. It's so relating to a friend of mine. A real life friend of mine. Why would I have to say real life? Am I really that pathetic? Okay. So Louis, what else can you tell us? will bend reality with the souls he devours. I like that he devours souls. Okay. Any thing about his appearance? I guess that's my only question. What can you tell us about his appearance? Does he look like a regular human? And then he has lightning coming out of his hands, kind of like Raiden in Mortal Kombat, or is he a little bit more otherworldly? I mean, we are talking
Is he like the
interdimensional.
electric monster in that one Scooby-Doo movie?
There you go. Answer all of us, Louis. Is he like the monster in
Regale us.
Scooby-Doo? Lightning Man has many phases. Well, that's Rain. We'll see what he says. Okay, he says check out the messenger video I sent you. Okay, so he did send me something. Something. We're going. All right, message from Louis. Where is it? Louis. It's a good song, guys. Modern Talking was band. German. Copy link location. Got it. But let's put it over here. Where am I? All over the place. I'm so interdimensional today that it's hard finding my way back home. What a beautiful idea for a song. Okay. That doesn't. What the hell did I just post? That is not it. One more shot. Now. Facebook. Either let me copy it or don't. Don't let me copy things. Boy. All right. There we go. All right. So this is the video Louis gave me. So let's take a skim through it and see what this lightning man looks like. Cool. This video kind of reminds me of that super person movie with the kid that's a super villain, kind of. He becomes a super villain. He has great powers like Superman, but he's a kid, that kind of horror movie. That was a great movie, by the way. I did enjoy it.
Are you talking about Shazam?
What the hell? No, not Shazam. Forgot the name of it. That's what this video reminds me of. That's an awesome video, Louis. An obvious work of CGI or editing, but that's a very cool video. I love it. I can somehow...
I think Arthur was talking about Brightburn. That's the superhero
Yes.
horror movie with the superpowered.
Brightburn.
Oh.
Yep.
It was
Remind me
kind of
of-
lame, TBH.
Sorry,
I thought it was pretty
reminded me
scary.
reminded me of that a little bit. The filming of the movie and the situation is very akin to this. The feeling of it, just to show it in
The only
reality.
part
as much
that
as-
really icked me out was the part with the glass in the eye, because I'm just sensitive about eyes.
Yeah.
The part with what?
The glass in the lady's eye.
Oh, I
just
don't
like
remember.
eye stuff.
Oh, it grossed you out. Oh, I see. Okay.
Not exactly grossed me out. I'm just terrified of losing my own sight.
Right.
Like, because so much of my stuff that I enjoy depends on my sight.
Have you
That's like one of
seen
my biggest fears.
Fire
really
in the Sky?
Actually ended up losing my sight by getting some chemicals in my eye one time, so I'm kind of sensitive about that.
Have you seen Fire in the Sky? Bog? Okay. Bog, have you seen Fire in the Sky, the movie? And let's see.
Me?
Am I cutting out or something? Maybe I'm cutting out in Bog's ears.
You are a little bit.
Okay. I asked you if you've seen Fire in the Sky, the movie.
Oh,
Mhm.
no, I haven't.
Do check it out. There's a nice eye moment there. A little bit. I guess not for you, but this is the Monsterhood, and we talk backwards and upside down. Okay, Louis said Arthur is very interdimensional. Thank you, Louis. I'll take that as a praise today. Check out the messenger. So thank you, Louis. Lightning Man. And Louis created a lot of his own creations. Louis, Yeah, you don't do YouTube anymore. I think you've even deleted. I haven't checked, but since the whole YouTube changes, you can keep your videos up, Louis. You don't have to worry about the whole kid thing. People don't understand things and they overblow things. Try not to listen too much to the internet, especially the youngins out there, because they like to overblow many things. But as long as you make a video and it doesn't have children in it and it's not specifically geared for children, you don't have to name it as. So I mean, I've made I don't know. The closest thing I think I have is the Cookie Monster, but I still don't say that's a child video because I'm just covering the subject and I'm showing a newscaster guy interviewing Cookie Monster and things like that. So it's pretty clear. It's just, the scary part is who's reviewing your video. Is it someone that really doesn't understand contexts well, or is it someone in the US that really does get the language and everything? That's all. Yeah, you should, Louis. You have no reason not to. Even if they would delete that, I mean, right? You can restart and, it's not that big of a deal from there, but they wouldn't. And you're not a big enough, threat either.
Well,
for
it
them to
might
even care.
matter if they end up using it as an excuse to delete your channel.
All right. But
You
again,
have to be careful in that regard.
that's if you have a bigger stamp and you do make videos that trigger them. But you didn't do anything, Louis. You're absolutely fine for now. Okay. I don't have anything this time. Life has been crazy, says Rita. Okay, I'll still call you out, Rita, just because I already put you on the wheel. Against your will. No. Okay. Just kidding here. Very
Are you
true.
saying
Rain.
that you
Sorry,
made him
Arthur.
take
Well
off his
sends.
clothes against his will?
No worries, Louis. I like it. If you post, if you share in the YouTube thing while we chat, that's fine. You can always share here. It's just you can't share images, right? But I like it here because it's instant. It's right there, then and there. So it's all good. Okay. Let's spin the wheel then. Let's take Louis off. Louis, you can take a shower, put your clothes back on.
Well, I'm gonna make my lunch.
Bring
I'll
your honor back.
see you guys later.
I'll go.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Oh, he left already. Just wanted him to finish his mention of the monster he originally did, but it's all good. All right, let's spin this thing. All right, we got a Rain, Gargamel, Chicken, Jono, Chris, and Gogmazio. You said Gogmazio. We do have a Gogmazio here.
I don't have Gogmazio.
Yep.
Is that me?
No.
Oh, that's him. Sorry.
All good. Gogmasio, if you do have something, I see there you are typing. Dondo keeps Dondo. Ooh, that slipped. Donde keeps leaving and coming back. He's going into other realms. So interdimensional as well. Let's see. All good. We are all just joking around. Or are we, Rita? Oh, okay, I should stop. When it hits the topic of nudity and people enforcing, then go. Really, it's a wheel of torture. How many times? Okay, let's see. Another crazy thing.
I think we probably should try to avoid the sex jokes because even though this is not really, meant to be 100% safe for work,
I have.
here at least that can be kind of, going overboard.
Wait. Nobody said anything about sex. This is just getting on the wheel of torture.
You said that's taking my clothes off.
Yes, that's nothing to do with sex. That's just nudity. Nothing sexual at all. This is just putting you on the wheel of torture, spinning you around, dipping your head in fire every time you go down, and having fun with it. Nothing sexual, Gargamel.
It sounds more like
We don't go
torture
there.
porn.
Let's see here. I have, but give me some time. Okay, really human-like. Okay, I'll come. Do you want me to come back to you, Gogmazio, or do you want to go ahead and elaborate? Okay, but mine's basically human with wings. Oh, Curtis Cat joined us. Super OCD. Let's put her on the wheel.
I don't know if I have anything. What's the topic today?
It's all good.
Interdimensional monsters.
Interdimensional
Oh, yeah.
monster.
Actually, I do have an
Transdimensional
idea.
monsters that are not God.
So
Uh,
it just
So
has
I'm
to be from
gathering.
another dimension, basically.
Another dimension, and that it cannot be a god.
Yeah, try to
Oh.
avoid gods
Or a
and
god. It does
goddesses.
be some non-divine entity.
Pretty decent
I'm not
idea.
sure, would a demon be okay? Because in some cases, people have argued that demons in some ways. So
Yes, if it has
Yeah.
the ability to cross dimensions, because that's the other rule, kind of, right? The unsaid rule is it has to be able to cross the dimensions. If a demon is of another dimension, but it can't cross into this one or others, then it doesn't really work. It's just a demon of
Okay.
another. But
And then if I have
interdimensional.
any ideas,
Yeah.
I was going to say the Dew monsters, but
Dimension
I'm-
travelers. Curtis Cat, get on the wheel, please. You already know the drill. You know about the whole nudity. She's fine with it. She's been on the wheel before.
I don't know if I do have an idea. Now I think about it.
Been working on Cheyenne drop.
No.
Louis said, been working on the Cheyenne dropship from Aliens, and it looks like crap. But I'm upload a video of it when I finish next year. Wow, it's gonna take you a while. That's serious. You're working on a spaceship model. That's pretty wild, Louis. Awesome. All right, Gogmazio. Well, let us know. I'll take you off the wheel. So finish up what you want to say. I'm going to share it again with everybody. So Gogmazio's creature says human-like does count. It just has to be interdimensional. Just a being that crosses dimensions. Preferably not an original creation of yours, unless you can't think of anything else. So this is basically, he said, a human with wings that can cross dimensions. Which, is it a monster? Well, it's a monster because, I mean, it's a human with wings. How many times have we seen a human with wings? So we'll put it to the monster's end. So that'll work. All right, Gogmazio, go ahead and tell us whatever more you want about it. I will share as you update, but we'll move on to the next person meanwhile. So let's take Gogmazio off. He's good. He can put his clothes back on. I think I'm done with that. I just like to make people feel strange and odd. One of my abilities. Here we go. Gargamel chicken. Gargamel chicken. So it's chicken. Chicano. No, chicken. Chicken, it is your first time here. You can share in text or voice. I think you're in text. If you have anything to share today, if you're listening, well, you are. If you don't have anything, then just say, I have nothing. Sorry, I don't even know what to make. Okay, it's all good. Well, today's topic is interdimensional monsters, right? So you can find anything out there, chicken, that you've seen in the cartoon, movie, comic books, any interdimensional monster you'd like to. Okay. I could probably doodle something off the top of my head and give you... Okay. Again, you don't have to create anything, because this wasn't a Monstercast for our own creations. I just let people share those in case they don't have anything and they really want to share their own thing. There you go, Gogmazio. I mean chicken, not Gogmazio. So I'll stay posted with you in the text here. Then I'll just wait till next time. Cool. All right, we'll move on. Enjoy the show with us, chicken. Chicken God. Oh, not just chicken. Don't call... Hey, okay, everybody here. When you refer to chicken, don't call him chicken or her. It's chicken God. That's a big, big difference. Okay? When using the English language and cultural... okay, I'm moving onward. Time. Here we go. Let's call him Chicken God. That's how you refer to that person. Pick him off. JMPF.
Lightless avian.
me.
JMPF. Let me remove him. Let me remove Chicken. Sweet. It is our friend from down under. What do you have for us, JM? Okay, let's see. YouTube's all... Ooh, nice. We got some eye candy. We got some text. Would anybody want to read that? Any volunteers? Going once? Going twice?
I guess I could. Where is it? It's the main voice text channel.
Yes, it's the post by July May Pick You Freak.
July, May, Pink Youth Week. Okay, I'll see if I can find that. I should be able to find it quite easily.
Yep, it's the second to the last post. 3 images.
Okay. The hounds of Tindalos are said to inhabit the angles of time, while other beings such as humankind and all common life descend from curves. Through the hounds are sometimes depicted as canine, probably because of the evocative name. Their appearance is unknown, since neither Long nor Lovecraft described them, arguing they are too foul to ever be described. Long story states that their name veils their foulness. It is said that they have long, hollow tongues or proboscises to drain victims' body fluids. So they're vampiric, basically. I had that last sentence. And that they excrete a strange blue pus or ichor. They can materialize through any corner if it is fairly sharp, 120 degrees or less. When a hound is about to manifest, it materializes first as smoke pouring from the corner, and finally the head emerges, followed by the body. It is said that once a human becomes known to one of these creatures, a hound of Tandalos will pursue the victim through anything to reach its quarry. A person risks attracting their attention by traveling through time. Created by Frank Belknap Long, they first appeared in Long's short story, The Hounds of Tandalos. Lovecraft mentions the creatures in his short story, The Whisper in Darkness.
Awesome. Thank you, Gargamel. So, JMPF, this isn't a creation originally by Lovecraft. This is by Frank Belknap. So is this a kind of collaboration where one writer took on a little bit of an idea from another writer?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's happened before when you shared something, so thank you. I like diving into these universes. I'm glad you added something Lovecraftian again. So these guys lived obviously at the same time. People never hear about Frank Belknap Long. This person. Let's search him out real quick. And I think they should, because Lovecraft gets a lot of noise. There's always too much focus, maybe not too much, but then not enough focus on other great people or artists of a time, because everything just gets focused so much on one person. So this is Frank Belknap. Let me copy his image. What can you tell us about Frank Belknap and his writings, JMPF? Can you give us a little bit info on him, since people don't really hear about him?
I haven't read too much about him.
Okay, but
he's basically more on science fiction of sorts.
okay. So as you guys see, black and white picture. So science fiction writer and such. I just love the idea that Lovecraft. I hope it was a legal thing and a friendly thing. He didn't just steal a creation from this guy and put it in his book. I don't think it would be. So I do like the idea of such collaboration in writing, like YouTube collaborations and stuff. That's pretty cool. So we've had our conscious, sentient monsters today, interdimensional monsters, such as the one Bog presented and thereafter. And now we have a more bestial one, which is what I like about this one. It's just a creature, an animal, a monster that crosses dimensions. Simple, brutal. I like it. What do you guys have to say?
It's terrifying.
Yeah, to put it mildly. I would not want to come across one of these.
You think your crusty shotgun would work, Chris?
Yes, if you had a shotgun, then yes.
You kill
Yes, I
it and then
think
you'd mount
you're-
it on your wall.
Mm.
I think you're gonna have to eventually upgrade Chris because this shotgun's just not gonna work out with some of these things, particularly the interdimensional ones.
Okay, I upgrade to super shotgun.
Sounds good enough.
Quad
And then
barrel
don't forget
shotgun.
your armor.
Quad barrel shotgun. Go go Russian overkill.
The helmet will have a giant red skull on it.
The references.
Russian overkill is a joke mod for the original Doom.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Moving along. So, thank you very much. That was called the Hounds of Tindalos. Gogmazio, back to Gogmazio. Since he didn't have much, he did mention a human with wings, but now he brought up a god, since he couldn't find anything else on the spot. So, this is what he said. He said, so this is Nimrod. He is from a race of powerful interdimensional builders and emperors. He has enormous strength, and he was the last king of his empire. After some wars, his kingdom has been ruined, so now he and his people are working on rebuilding it, I believe. His main weapon is his hammer, and he comes from a game called Mutants Genetic Gladiator. So he's from the game Mutants Genetic Gladiators. So if the real or the legendary Nimrod is somehow not working well with in your mind with this one, that's why. Because this one is based from the game, and he has a hammer. For some reason, these interdimensional beings like hammers. So, does anybody know of this game, Mutants Genetic Gladiators?
Nope.
Okay. Pretty cool creation.
I have
there.
not heard of it.
I think my favorite thing about him is his crown. That's a pretty cool crown. And he's got the angel ring around it, or something like it. Oh, he isn't a god. Sorry, Gogmazio. He isn't a god. So in this game, he's not a god. Cool. He's just, another race of people. Very cool. Seems powerful. The hounds inhabit a dimension of spiraling buildings. That's awesome. The hounds, JMPF said the hounds inhabit a dimension of spiraling buildings. What a cool way to describe a whole dimension. It's the dimension of spiraling buildings. That's it. That's all we know about it. How would we describe our dimension? Our dimension of gravity-based life forms. I guess if we're going to put it really short, there's many ways to go about it. But this one has spiraling buildings. Awesome. Love to see more artwork on that. Dante said, interesting. I currently am playing that game. Oh, okay, so he's playing that. What are you playing it on? PC, console? What are you playing it on, Gog? All right, let's see what Louis... looks like Louis might know them. Let's see. Can't wait to see it. Eye Candy is right. Scary looking hound. He is part of the Lovecraft Circle. He was. Raincrawler said. Cool. I want to learn more about this whole circle. Maybe I'll make a video on that. I just remembered the Vathek from Extreme Ghostbusters. They are totally interdimensional entities. They came to Earth by pact with a book writer, as the book were used as a doorway. They were sent back when the typewriter that used to make the story was destroyed. Cool. That sounds like it wasn't in the movie, or are you talking? Yeah, I don't think that was in the movie, right, Louis? Tindalos can kill anyone inside of a room. Cool. So Raincrawler knows who Tindalos is. So you've played the game, Rain. That hammer looks awesome. Or maybe not. Be right back. They want me to move my car. I'm blocking my neighbor. Louis, how could you do that, man? blocking your neighbor. Come on now. Respect each other's privacy or space. It's one of the annoying things like I always think about too when I have a house, other than security issues, is like annoying neighbors that park everywhere, and it's not a big deal, but they just keep doing it. So you start thinking, should you tell them to move the damn car, or because they're just gonna keep doing it more and more if you don't say anything. But you don't want to be that annoying neighbor, right? Dilemmas on this plane of existence. Okay, I currently am playing that game. Currently, you can play it on the phone and PC. Okay, so it's on the phone and PC. It's a free game. That's good to hear. Hopefully not a lot of pay-to-play crap. Okay. Or pay-to-win. Pay-to-play is okay. Pay-to-win is different. And pay for extra Okay, let's move along. Nobody has anything to add? I think you've all added enough. You're all mathematicians by now. Let's spin it. I think everybody's cool. Okay. Thank you, JMPF, for sharing. I have to delve deeper into this guy. I don't mean physically. Okay, OCD to Rita. Rita, you don't have anything to share, right? You mentioned that earlier. I'm just double checking with you. If you do have something, let me know over on YouTube. If not, it's all good. I'm moving on to the next person. Okay. It's Rita. Rita, this wheel really wants you to go, and for some reason I didn't remove you from the wheel, so you went twice. That's how important you are.
Just put an X next to a name.
No, I got her off.
Just take.
I removed her. Gotta really watch my wording since I started the show so gratuitously. Okay, we're spinning it. Rita's off. She's free. Get cleaned off. Guess we just put her on there for fun. Yes, we knew she didn't have anything from the start. We just wanted to torture her a little bit and give her a fun ride. Okay, Chris. It is you, my man.
Alrighty.
What you got?
I am not quite sure what to go with, as there's a wide plethora of things to do. But since we did have a bit of a whatchamacallit D&D wave, I shall do a D&D creature. And
Okay.
whilst I was asked to do the astral dragons, I will not, because I recently came across these things that are infinitely more amusing to me than just the astral dragons.
Right
And
on.
I will be talking about, and we'll just grab the picture. It just needs to load. There it
Louis
is. I
back.
shall be talking about the Slod.
He's talking
Okay,
smack
that's
about you, Louis, when you
link.
left. Sorry.
That link doesn't work for some reason. Okay. The Slod.
Ooh. Sounds slow.
Hmm.
Oh.
So
I
these
like it.
are technically interdimensional, demonic-esque frog people. As in the universe of D&D, you have many different realms and dimensions that are separated in a circle around the center of it, which is the material plane, the one where most adventures take place and everything is nice and normal. Now, while the what is known as the abyss dimension, which is the uh, home of the demons, it is the realm of chaotic evil. It is a swirling chaos in which all the nastiness that does not belong to anything lawful and is completely random and horrible derides. And that's where demons come from. The Slouts, however, come from the neighbor of the abyss, namely Limbo, the dimension of true chaos. It's neutral. There is no evil or good there. It is simply pure chaos. And the slats are one of the main denizens of that dimension, as they are essentially beings spawned of chaos. And the way that they reproduce is also rather chaotic. Starting off with the red slots, as we can see at the top. So when a slod impales a creature with its claws, it will cause the creature to then mutate into and transform into a different slod by infusing it with its chaotic energies. However, the tricky thing is when a red slod impales a any other type of creature, it will always turn into a blue slod, or it may have a small chance of turning into a green slod. On the opposite spectrum, and the same thing of the blue slots, when they impale something, it will always turn into a red slot. There is no randomness there. They are the most straightforward, as they are the most bulky, essentially, that ensure the survival of the species by making sure that there's always red slots that can do the randomness. And so that when it comes to the and they can also impale other slots to turn them into red slots, essentially. Now, when a green slot is born, which is a very rare, normally slots are very not mentally gifted, and they're essentially idiots of sorts. But the green slots are actually intelligent, which is what allows them to actually manipulate the chaotic energies around them and use magic. They, on the other hand, after living for a number of centuries, eventually come to a realization of how they can evolve, at which point they engage in deep meditation and evolve into the gray sloths. Essentially, they transform into this other form that is both physically stronger, lives for far longer, and is far more magically potent. And from then on, if the gray slot lives for a longer while still, it can once again, on every couple of centuries, perform this meditative ceremony, at which point it will evolve into a death slot, essentially gaining an immense power boost. That kind of looks like the gray slot, but slightly bulkier with more horns and more a darker coloration. And lastly, at least the last recorded form by the wizards of the D&D universe, is that the death slot, after a couple more centuries, can then once again evolve itself into a black slot, which is, I believe, the ultimate form of them, where they, at which point they reach immense power levels to the point where they can rival semi deities to the akin to, say, Archfey or pit fiends or greater demons from the abyss or hell itself and other such planes. And I just think they are adorable, and just the whole concept of them and how they maintain themselves is exceptional. Since normally they would uh, kill each other, they basically strike at anything that they come across as complete and total chaos, without any discrimination. But they do also have that basic cunning to perform these instinctual procedures to maintain the species. And that was my tale.
Did you learn of these? Yeah, don't be afraid, Chris. We all did hear you.
I've heard them compared to, I think, the xenomorphs, because one of them, I think, the blue slot, I think, impregnates people, and then they're turned against their will. Or it doesn't turn them, but a baby tadpole hatches out.
Oh no, it doesn't impregnate. Literally, all of these things, when they stab you with their claws, they inject you with essentially the chaotic energy of their being, and you physically transform into a slod.
Well, one of them, I think, one of them you transform into a slot, and the other one, it impregnates you like a xenomorph and then kills you that way.
I don't recall that. It's been a while
Well, I
since
remember
actually.
reading about that.
It's been a while since I saw the slod lore, basically.
Oh, it is. Okay. That was my question for you too, Chris. Did you just learn of these now, or did you know about them? But apparently you knew about
I
them.
learned of them essentially, I think 2, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Well, so here's an image I've seen, because I was gonna say that I've skimmed through D&D bestiaries many a time, but I don't remember these. But I do remember this image. So it's maybe an older one.
Yes,
Of a slot.
what you're seeing here is a blue slot, and the thing in front of it is essentially one of the other evolutions that green slots may eventually go through as they ascend to greater heights. But I kind of forgot about that one, and I didn't mention it. I only wanted to focus on the most like concrete forms.
So they do go beyond the gray level that you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Okay. So this looks like it. Since he is still gray toned a little bit, makes sense too. I found a giant sloth.
Yes.
I like how you keep changing your name, JMPF. You have been noticed. Ooh, that's a nice one. The black sloth. Ooh. Well, if anybody knows my monstrous tastes, which you may by now, you may know that I love these. I do love them. I was trying not to jump in and interrupt Chris while he was talking, but I simply love them. I love the different colorations, but I love how they reach those colorations. I'd love to research them more. They're beautiful. They're beautiful monsters, and they're interdimensional.
I'm happy you approve.
I put my faces up, my chameleon face and my rat face. That rat face is basically an orgasm face, so you know what, enough of that today. How do the Slod cross over to Earth? Louis asks, how do they cross over to Earth?
Oh, Limbo being the dimension of absolute chaos, occasionally pockets or portals in it just rip open and bleed into other realms from among the D&D realms. And or alternatively, magic users of enough potency may purposefully summon slots by either directly summoning an intended creature if they can find it in the depths of Limbo, or by simply knowing where to open a portal to lure one in.
I love them. Also was asked, because they have this amphibious appearance, is their realm like water based, or why would they have this?
Oh no. Limbo is essentially random nonsense floating in space type of realm. It is chaos at its purest form, not influenced by either good or evil, just pure chaos.
Actually, if you guys look at them closely, they're reminiscent, well, except for that image, they're reminiscent of toads because that's the only thing we can relate from our Earth to them, but they don't necessarily have to be related to toads in any way than just that they have this certain look to them. Their skin could be very different if we actually touched it. The only one here that I see has a more amphibious nature to it is this one, as it does have the wings under its armpits. So that does. But if you look at their fingers, there's no webbed toes, webbed fingers. So it doesn't look like they really would depend on something as thick as water to move through. They do look like...
They essentially leap around and move through the tides of chaotic energies that engulf Limbo. It's their natural habitat.
And yeah, if Chris describes their dimension as so chaotic, I mean, maybe it makes sense that you have this smooth kind of skin to move about things and such. But as far as amphibious, maybe not necessarily, except for, again, this one. But the other ones, no. I mean, you can imagine stuff like this living in even a desert type environment. But yeah. Oh, this one does have webbed fingers. See, it depends on the rendition. So it depends on the artwork. Some do have actually webbed. See, here the green one doesn't have webbed fingers, or not obviously, but in this image he does. So it just depends. That's unclear. That's just something an artist took. We'd have to delve deeper, basically, to explore that question. It's a good question. Why do they have this amphibious type appearance, which some have more than others? Yes, the short conclusion here on observation is I do love this gray one right there. Ooh. Love to put him on the wheel.
I'm happy I've managed to please the Monster Master.
Thank you very much, Chris. Love making a fool of myself here. Sloth and Sloths sound similar. I'd love to see a sloth befriend a giant sloth and just be happy friends and have a cool music video, a lighthearted music video around it. There we go.
That wouldn't happen. Those creatures are not the friendly type.
Next on World of Monsters. And that's why I just can't get the views like other monster channels can that came after me. Because those are the ideas
So,
that
Chris,
come here.
how would you kill a sloth? Shotgun in the face?
Yeah, that would work.
All right. Yes, and Robert E. Howard sounds like Rubbery Howard. Nice jam. Well, he was rubbery.
Gargamel, you would be surprised how many things you can kill by just doing shotgun to the face.
What about things that are immune to non-magical damage?
Then you get the super shotgun. And you infuse it with your own inner burning rage and hatred for everything that is demonic. And possibly not human, depending on how xenophobic you want to go.
Oh,
And then you shove it right into their mouths. You pull the trigger, all happy.
Gargamel has a dark side to him. Rita says I'd watch the videos on them. They sound interesting. Rain says, yes, amazing after I have to go research it. Louis says, spin that wheel. Cool. So they did enjoy it, Chris. That's a good one. I love them. Let's move on. I'd love to do a video on them. I will be starting slowly, guys, while I spin the wheel. World of Monsters 2.0, I have been mentioning it a while back. Revamp the channel, especially after we hit 100,000. And I'll start doing more regular videos again. I haven't been doing that for a couple years. Changes and things like that hidden. I'm going to try to push it another year, like hard. Because I do have other things, all that. And as well as hobbies, too. I'm quite a diversified, very simple yet complex individual when it comes to that. But I will hit it hard. I do mean it in all senses as far as my channel goes. World of Monsters, so you will be seeing more creatures covered, not just werewolf videos coming up. Those, let's be honest, they work well, but I would like to delve into more stuff. It is World of Monsters after all. Giano.
Yeah.
Speaking of interdimensional monsters, it's not the one I'm gonna cover, but I really want you to do, hoping one of these days you do some more videos on the Stranger Things monsters.
Ooh, that is interdimensional too.
Yeah, because there were a couple of them, there was one from season 2 and from season
right
3 that I think you'd really like to cover.
I know they got
really
covered
interesting
a
to cover on the
lot.
channel.
Gargamel, I would like to cover season 3's. I think that one's a bit different, if you know what I mean, from season 2's.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
From the Demogorgon, which I did cover.
Yeah.
The
Demogogs are kind of similar, so I don't blame you for really skipping those that much.
Right. Exactly.
I still kind of hope you would hope you cover them and cover maybe the theory that they're related to Demogorgon in some way, which they probably aren't.
Indeed, right. That is interesting, and I don't know if I see other people posting stuff like that. That's something I wanted to mention real quick too, guys. I'm sorry if you don't like these rambles. I was just, looking at other channels real quick. If you're, I'm just gonna say, when I started this channel, World of Monsters, in 2015, the original channel, there wasn't a lot of stuff like me out there. It was a passion project, and it grew bigger and bigger, and I really enjoyed it. There were D&D. AJ Pickett was already producing. I found him later along the lines. But nobody really inspired me to do that except my desire, because there weren't a lot of channels. After I started this channel, actually, a lot of channels have popped up since that are specific on monsters, and some that just cover movie stuff, but they cover monsters of movies a lot too. So now it's cool because the more the merrier, right? But it's also not cool because that means if I want to do a monster video now, there's already 1 or 2 out there. That didn't used to be the case. There'd just be written stuff. So that hits you too a little bit after you've put a lot of work in. So I guess one bit of advice I can give people out there that are creators that go on YouTube and this and that, watch your competition.
Well, also, if it makes you feel any better, you can always have your own unique take on it. If you didn't do this, Arthur, at some point someone else would have anyway, probably something similar.
Exactly, that's true.
It is an interesting subject, and this thing that even if someone carried this, I might have my own unique take on it.
Right. And yeah, I do hope I can express that well. So that little bit of advice I wanted to shoot forth to you guys is always know your competition, but don't let it hit you too hard, because sometimes it may, especially when you put a lot of effort or money into something and you put it out there and somebody does it similarly and with seemingly less effort maybe or faster, and they get like 10 times more exposure or money or views or whatever it is that you're going to, that your goal is. Just watch your competition so you know how to improve yourself, but don't watch it to the point where it could destroy your passion. And that's a very hard thing to do, especially you guys are still young, you're still looking for directions too. And most of you will probably not go into these kind of directions of entertainment or teaching or both. But if you do, keep that in mind. Use competition to develop yourself better, but try not to have it destroy you, as it will hit you hard naturally at times. Natural. Anyway, with that said, I would like to return to more passion work, and I've been thinking about that a lot. Now, I did spin the wheel. I did spin it on Giano. Giorno Giano. Giano, can you hear me? Are you still awake? It is your turn. I think he fell asleep, or he's doing something.
I wonder what sort of things he picked for today.
It's going to be John Hamm going through, and he said, "Tell me, Arthur." I just called him. He still doesn't know what a Monstercast is. I have nothing to tell you. It's your turn, my friend. He's so otherworldly, just like John Hamm. Okay, he's got nothing. Not even a John Hamm joke? Give me a John Hamm joke. Come on. Give me a Hogg'em. We need some Hogg'em. People are starting to get into this this whole joke of John Hogg'em. Even Raincrawler included him in his artwork, which I look forward to seeing later on in this Monstercast. That is really awesome. Unless you count John Hamm as an interdimensional being. Alright, that's enough. Don't push it, Ham. Just the mentioning is enough.
Arthur,
Because
you are
yes.
delving into waters too deep for mortal men.
Right. I remember, Chris, when we were talking about the fears we most fear, you mentioned that Jono's biggest fear is lumbago. That's why he talks about it. So, won't forget that. Sometimes we forget things we post here. We've had some great posts. Okay, moving along. He is God of all gods. See, Gogmazio was even on the bandwagon. Just listen to Into the Painted Gray. He's trying to suggest another song for me to hear because he saw that I liked one. Not delving into much more, Jono, unless I see you diversifying your music listening. That's part of the deal. No, that's not Bago. That's Dio. Dio's here. Cool. We'll see. We'll add Dio to the wheel just in case. Okay, let's spin that wheel, ladies and frogs. Okay, here we go. Darth, Rain, Dio, OCD. Speaking of frogs, no, ladies. Go ahead, Super OCD. Arthur, his quality. You'll understand.
I'm not really sure if it counts, but what about the demons from Doom? Because they kind of come from another universe. They kind of invade our universe from theirs.
True, you can mention one in particular if you know.
they kind of are from another dimension. Yeah, definitely from another dimension.
Sure. So we know they're of a different dimension, but the question is which ones have the ability to cross it?
Basically, all of them.
All of them, yeah.
They all pass through into our universe. They go through the Icon of Sin, I think, in like the first two games. I think that's the big baddie that spawns them all. Let me get a picture of him.
What's his name? Basically the devil?
I'd say he's the devil, but he certainly is pretty
We
fucking
haven't
scary.
yet seen him, but he may appear eventually.
So
There's a picture of his face.
cool, let's see.
Little face.
So to clarify, this demon is the one that brings forth the ability for all the other ones to cross? Am I
Of his head. Pretty freaky.
some
There's a
cool?
picture of him.
And she found the original
And-
Doom.
Spawn up his little
I
face
love it.
thing.
I love that his brain had to be exposed.
So that's where all the demons spawn from, inside his brain.
Okay. So he is basically the demon spawner, the creator. So be the
Okay,
reason why
isn't
they
that
can
the,
cross is him.
Isn't this the icon of sin?
That's
The
what,
icon of sin isn't the demon creator. In the new games, he's the result of this one guy betraying the Night Sentinels because his son got killed by the demons and he wanted the demons to bring his son back, and they kind of brought him back, but they made him into the icon of sin.
so Super OCD, is that the same in the old game, or is it? Do you think that's different in the old game, the original game?
Story in the original game, so it's kind of up to interpretation what actually happens. But
Oh, I
I'd
see.
say he's like part of the demon forces that helps with transporting demons. I don't know. Maybe he's Satan himself.
Nice.
Ambiguous, actually.
Nice catch, JMPF. I summoned Deal by saying deal. Okay, so this is his new icon, so he can be interpreted differently, and I'm assuming she probably thought that too, because in the older game, things weren't as clear. You just had these things, and again, you can interpret it. Now with newer lore, they delve deeper into lore and explaining things. I'm sure the original Doom didn't explain much at all, beyond what the game showed us. So,
Yeah.
Cool. So we got a demon, but we got this. I'm gonna call them electro demons for now, because they have they're so, or mechanical demons, because what they are, they're so mechanical, and
Doom.
that's the whole thing. Fun thing with Doom, it's like it's hell, but they're still using mechanical things. That's where it's like
It's the picture guy.
it's goofy, but in a very cool way. I'm just saying goofy as it's not totally rational,
It's got all
but it's a very awesome concept. Demon God in Doom universe is called Nameless One. Okay, so there's another one. So Icon of Sin, well, we'd have to explore that one more, but it's good enough for me, and I like his brain exposed there. I like the old, it's just his head. I don't know if there's more of a body. Is there more of a body that's ever presented, Super OCD?
We don't see it in the game, but I think it's like the end screen. It kind of mentions that his giant legs decimate Hell's surface if he dies. So I think that's like something mentioned in the end credit
Okay.
title crawl.
Because I do like that.
But you
New
never see
game
any, like-
has a full body. I don't know in the old one.
I do like the old concept a lot better than this new one. This new one's just too cyborgy.
Oh, see, the new one
Yeah, I
has armor on, but eventually when you break the armor off, it is just it's basically like a huge minotaur.
Cool. Can we get an image
Like
of that?
fleshy one.
Somebody can pull one
A bit
real
too
quick.
human in this game. I think you should have made him look more goatee, like more hunched and stuff. So I think it looks a bit too human-like in the new one.
In the
Or
new
it
one.
just doesn't really have a demonic enough body.
Well, let's see.
This is without the armor.
Okay, so here he
Still
is.
cool, though.
After you shoot it off.
Right, so he basically is very minotaurish.
And after the Doomslayer's done with it,
He's big. Big boy. And when you blow him up. So this
I think
is
Their design.
this is from Doom Eternal, correct? The latest Doom? Or
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I wonder what he looks like in not the previous Doom, the previous Doom that was kind of a different take on Doom. That's the last one I played, where they used the new, I think, Unreal Engine. That was a fun Doom too, but I know everything looked different than the original Doom, and then they did a third Doom, which was more related, and then this one. If anybody knows which one I'm talking about. I wonder what Icon of Sin looked like in that second Doom, I guess.
Icon in the third Doom.
Because this would be the fourth Doom, correct? Second,
Yes.
third, fourth. Yeah, fourth. So I'm talking about the second Doom, when the first one with good graphics or full 3D graphics, I wonder what he looked
D&D.
like there, because I don't know, it was a really different game or different take. Cool. That's awesome. He's so big, and then the flesh just gets burnt off, and his bone's nice and pristine and clean, just to show that it's bone. Beautiful. Let's
You're huge. That means you got huge guts. Rip and tear.
Oh, yes.
That was cute. There is a second stage where he is knacked. Okay? But he can't die, so you have to put a crushable sword in his brain to make it unable to fight back. Cool, so he just can't. He's unstoppable. You can just
Oh, no,
stop
it
his motor.
did die. It
abilities.
just takes a lot to kill it, and specifically the crucible sword stabbed in its head is what manages to put it down finally.
Louis said, true, the Demogorgon is an interdimensional creature. True. I had to remember that I did my channel for fun and share art with the world. Exactly, Louis. That's why, yeah, I was a little bit confused why you removed that. You had no reason to. Plus, it wasn't even really monetized at that point, right? So, yeah, do what you love. And yeah, referring to what I mentioned as my advice, that's one of the main things is find what you love. And for me, it's tough because I have a lot of hobbies. I'm getting older. There's a point where you're just like, you know what? Do I really want to do certain things the way I do them, for the rest of my life? You can always change up the way you do it too. So it's been hitting me hard lately. That it's hard for anybody to relate to, I guess, really. Agalok, the stag creature from the shadow realm of the forest. There you go, Jono. The stag from Agalok is interdimensional too, according to Louis. There you have it. Oh, hell no. Their head is a head. There is a head in the head. On the icon of sin. Is there a head in... Oh, crap. Is there a head in the head?
See any heads in his head?
Yeah, there's a head in the head. I saw a brain in the head. I don't see a head in the head. Am I missing something?
Easter egg. He has a... One
Where's-
second.
Where's the head in the head? We need more heads in the heads. Is Super City the first one you posted has a head in the head?
If you no click
Like
into
saying
his skull, there's a little head on a pic, which is John Romero's head. Post pitch now.
Okay.
It's this guy. I
Oh.
think that's actually the actual target you shoot at in the game when you're shooting at him.
Oh, really?
Easter egg.
That's awesome. Oh, okay. And that's probably one of the creators of the game, too, I'm assuming.
John Romero.
Cool. It is. Right on. Awesome, OCD. I know you're a big fan of...
Arthur, you haven't heard of John Romero?
Not
The guy who made, like, Doom? The original Doom? The guy's famous.
Well, yeah, he created Doom, but no, I never dug deep enough into it, honestly. That's why I shouldn't do these monster casts, the reveals. But no, I haven't. Once I delve, I never delved that much. I mean, I played old Doom, the second Doom, but I didn't look at the creator, My bad. If we shout him out, how many more do we have to shout out? There's a lot of awesome creators that don't get mentioned, right? The icon of simp. Okay, moving onward then. Pretty sweet, pretty terrifying, maybe the most terrifying thus far. So well done, Super City. You can get off the wheel, clean yourself up. Okay, who else is on there? The people left on the wheel, they're in bad shape. Let's take Gog off. Damn, we forgot to take Gog off. Poor Gog got their hair face burned in the fires at the bottom so many times by now. And they already had their turn. Sorry, Gog. Rain, Dio. Dio, I know you joined us recently. You didn't suffer much on the wheel. But, Dio, do you have anything to share today? On Romero's hand. That's cool that they have his hand texture in the textures of the game. Got nothing. Okay. Thank you for the quick reply. Let's take Dio off. He didn't suffer much on that wheel. Lucky Dio. Moving on. Louis just said, when you play what the head is saying backwards, it says, in order to win, you must kill me. John Romero. Huh. You must kill me, John Romero. That's pretty wild. That's so Super OCD. If you play backwards, what the head is saying in the game, it's saying, "In order to win, you must kill me, John Romero." You should test that out,
If
Super OCD.
if John were to mod Doom, we all know what would be in that place and that spot. Say,
Jono. Oh, the other Jono, or the Jono, not John. Yeah, Super OCD. If you ever get, we can even test that out. I could, well, it's probably on YouTube already, but I was thinking to get that head's animation and what it's saying in the game, film it, then edit the video and play it backwards and see if it's how true it is. But I'm sure. Louis
Oh, yeah?
confirmed that it's true. So, yeah, OCD, if you ever fight him, see if you can record that clip of him talking and then play it backwards, and it's going to say that. Cool. Thanks,
Sure.
guys. Darth, it's your turn. Do you have anything to share with us today, Darth? Are you still there, Darth? Are you still alive? Is Darth here? Oh, Darth left. Huh. Why is he still on the wheel then? He's unconscious. All right, I'll take him off. Okay, Darth's off. I thought Gargamel shared. I guess not. So, Rain and Garg. Gorgos. Oh, it's Rain. I'm sorry, Gargamel, you have to wait so long. Rain, it is your turn. And Rain did share with me privately. Let me pull that up real quick. From the Rainster. Ooh, he shared a lot. Let me see if I can grab all this at one time. That would be so perfect if I could. I think it's possible, Rain. Anything's possible, right? Well, there's the text portion. Chris, would you mind reading that as I grab the other images? Maybe, if you're not grabbed down somewhere, somehow. Anybody hear me?
Yes, we can
Okay.
hear you.
An awkward silence.
Or Super OCD? Can one of you, Chris or Super, if you can read that text, I'm going to try to get the images. The tall man.
the tall man from Phantasm, Jebediah Morningside, a doctor on 19th century, later became a mortician. He also created a portal to another dimension, a mysterious nether dimension. But after crossing this portal, the good doctor changed. It is not specified, but he transformed into something different. Maybe he turned evil, or someone from that dimension took his body. His strength was increased, able to move freely through dimensions, immortality. He can be damaged, even destroyed, but he has infinite spare bodies, so he can be defeated but not killed. He is conquering Earth step by step with the help of his army, the Lurkers. They were humans that he shrunk, for them to stand the heavy gravity of the other dimension, and took away their brains. These brains are used to create the signature weapon of the Tall Man, the spheres. Tall Man is susceptible to the cold. It's not explained, but maybe this is because his dimension, the temperature is higher. His weakness.
Pretty cool. The tall man.
I think the spheres are called sentinels. Or
All
someone
right,
told me they were called sentinels. And they have like blades, saws, lasers.
So he figured out how to cross to another dimension through a portal, and that's when he began to change.
Yeah, I heard. I've seen that movie. That movie was the original one because of those Sentinel things. Was almost got an NC-17 rating or an X rating because they thought it was too much at the time.
Why? The spheres themselves?
Yeah, because of a scene
Oh,
involving the
because
spears checking
I
out
see.
someone's brain.
Mars.
Well,
Okay.
Gentlemen, I will unfortunately need to pop off.
All right,
It
Chris.
was a delight, and
Bye,
I wish
Chris.
you
You
a
have a nice
lovely
day.
rest of the day. You
Cool.
guys too.
Kill a
Take
bunch
care,
of
Chris.
demons with your shotgun.
Will do. On that note, last week I finally managed to beat Doom 2016. I am proud of myself.
Well done, Chris. We're all proud
Good,
of
you
you.
can beat Doom Eternal and Doom 64 now.
When I get the money to buy them, yes. I'll see you guys around.
See you, man.
Bye.
So here is the tall man's look after he changed and became the monster that he became. So that's from the movie Phantasm. Looks like pretty cool idea with the spheres and everything. Anybody seen the movie?
I have
Yeah.
all of them. I haven't seen the last one yet, though.
Nice, cool. Yeah, I kind of figured you'd have. And thanks for reading that, by the way, Donde. I remember seeing him drone the deal. On the picture, look him up. Let himself go. Yeah, he did let himself go a bit. Yeah, seen everything. So that's what you guys will look like after you've seen everything. Or after you can cross dimensions. So is it worth it? Ask yourself. Is your pretty face now worth this in order to have abilities to cross dimensions? That is the question of the day. Okay? Might be pleasing for someone. Remember, there's someone for everyone out there. Even something he wouldn't know he will ever see. Love that Phantasm movie series. Cool, I'll have to check them out. I'm actually watching the Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street series right now. Through the second movie. Don't know how... There's 9 movies. I don't know how far I'm going to get through them. As those kind of movies tend to get really bad. So...
Just a fun fact: from what I heard, the original Phantasm movie had over 5 hours of footage, so they chopped it down, and the director still uses the footage that he recorded from the first film into the later films.
Oh, well, that's a way to save on money. That's pretty cool then. I'll have to check it out. Also, looking forward to watch The Reanimator. That's another classic out there. Are you a fan of The Reanimator, Donde?
Yeah, I like The Reanimator.
Cool.
I read the short story, and then I saw the movie, and then I saw the crossover with Army of Darkness.
Sweet.
Which was a comic.
That's pretty awesome that even exists. The Phantasm movie series is worth watching, says Louis. There's 5 movies. The third pick is what he turns the dead people into. Oh, okay. Mistake on my part. Just stop talking now. Thank you, Louis. Thank you for pointing that out. Who needs a pretty face when you can have power? There you go, Dio. Freddy Krueger is good to... I like Freddy Krueger, the whole character. Reanimator is not for my taste. Interesting. Okay, let's spin that wheel. And it's Gargamel alone. Let's see if it's going to be Rain or Gargamel. Rain again. It's Gargamel. Gargamel, you've waited long enough. Thank you for your patience.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I already have what I'm going to share with you ready.
Cool.
It's it's another creature from D&D. This one is a transdimensional being, but it's a devil, so it's lawful evil. It's the Rakshasas.
Nice, you said it right. Shasa.
Yeah.
A lot of people have trouble saying it because they expect to say Rakshasa or something, but Rakshasa.
Yeah.
Which
They're
is
tiger-faced devils that come to like the Forgotten Realms, to tempt mortals, so they can get more souls. And they love like living really extravagant lifestyles and eating people. And they have 2 forms. They can take the form of a very attractive like human being, or in their demonic form, they're like these tigers with backwards facing hands.
Oh, I was just going to mention that. Cool. Yep. So for you guys that don't know about these, have a close look at them and look at where you would normally think the artist messed up. And that would be the hands. See the hand holding the pipe? See where the thumb is?
Yeah, they actually come from Hindu mythology originally.
Right. Interesting
Yeah.
being. Yeah, D&D had
Except
a.
I think in the Hindu version, I think that there were actually some good Rakshasas, so it wasn't as black and white as when they made with D&D, which is kind of unusual because normally with when you make something into like fiction, if something's like it's usually like something like evil, pure evil, and then the fiction writers like in like mythology, like something's pure evil, but then the fiction writers say no, this is how it could be good and still be in that category. But no, D&D they made it more black and white. From what I understand,
Right. It's
they
pretty
made
cool
them
what
devils,
D&D.
which they were not originally in Hindu mythology, because I
Indeed.
don't think there are devils per se in Hinduism. Except I think there is a hell of something. I'm not really sure how that works.
Mm-hmm. No, D&D
So what do you guys
did
think of them?
D&D did an interesting job with him for sure. Yeah, what do you guys think? Thoughts, comments?
They look cool.
They do look cool. OCD, since you're a cat person.
Interesting design.
Sorry, Dande?
They have an interesting design to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there a reason why they look like a
Because that's what they were originally described as in the Hindu Vedas.
That makes sense then.
They look like humanoid tigers with backwards facing hands.
And then the whole clothing, it's not really Indian, but it can be reminiscent of it. So I think maybe D&D took on inspiration on that as well.
Yeah.
Cultural.
In fact, I think their society, they're like in a rigid caste. I think their society is actually partially inspired by the Hindu caste system too, because they're from India originally.
Nice. Yeah, I like that whole little change of the hands. It's a small thing. It's just kind of a fun thing. But then when you think about it, evolutionary, does it make sense? I mean, it's very possible that we could have had the thumb on the other side of our palm. Especially depending on how we use it. Maybe something in their realm suits better. A female-looking version to know. Can you guys post a female version? Can somebody find a female version? Or maybe Gargamel? Louis would like to see a female version. So Super OCD, do you approve? I guess
They're called something different, the female versions. I read the article.
Every day.
He does approve.
The question is, why the backward hands though?
I'm not really
Wonder
sure.
why.
It's the way they were in the original story, and it's might also be because I'm guessing it's because they were the original version, because I think they were, and also there are tiger creatures in D&D that are not necessarily malevolent, called tabaxi, which maybe that might be one of the reasons, so you could tell them apart from the tabaxi, but I don't really know. I'm guessing because the
Okay.
original storyline in the Vedas.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if I can find a picture of a female one.
I got one.
Oh, you got one? Good. You
Yeah.
can share it then.
Sure.
So I guess Super OCD, it's the superior Tony the Tiger, if I may say so. Unless I will be shamed. At least that one is.
That thing could easily beat up Tony the Tiger. It would rip Tony the Tiger's
Ooh.
head off, and it would eat him.
Those are fighting
Makes me
words.
laugh.
Breakfast.
Those are fighting words. Really interesting creatures. They are akin to the Khajiit from Elder Scrolls. Yeah. Similar, but
They're much worse than they're not like they're much worse than the Khajiit.
they're beyond
They're devils.
Khajiit.
They're inherently evil creatures, and they eat people.
Beautiful. Huh. Okay. Yeah, if you guys haven't heard of these, another cool original creation. Well, not totally original, but a cool one by D&D.
They're
Cool
not
take.
totally original because they come from they come from the Hindu Vedas
Yep.
originally. Rakshasa.
Yep.
You can read about them, the original Rakshasa in Hinduism, which are a little bit different, but they look very similar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, a cool take by D&D again. Furries will like this. I'd like to see furries take upon those shifted hands. That's a pretty cool thing. So if you guys ever see cosplay or go to a convention and you see the thumb on the other side, you got to give that person kudos for making a cosplay costume like that. I don't know if anybody ever has of a Rakshasa, but that'd be pretty cool to see.
You mean a furry Rakshasa? I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if someone had.
No, that'd be cool. It's that little change, you know.
But it's
See
kind
how
of
many people
difficult
notice.
to move your hand around in and then move all the fingers.
Right, your thumb would be stuck, and you'd have this fake thumb that would just be
Yeah.
stationary unless you really develop it technologically. Cool. D&D Tony. Did I even put Donde on the wheel? Oh crap. Oh damn, Donde got a free ride here. Hold on. He used his Dando powers on me.
That's fine. I didn't really have anything to share that could go into another dimension.
Fair enough. But Donde, you had to get on that wheel naked just like everybody else. And you didn't. You somehow figured out how to skip that. So Donde, you owe me a spinning, Donde. A spinning in the fire.
Dante runs away in terror.
Damn, Donde. Him and his multiple forms and personalities. He figured it out. Let's see. I'd like to see a female looking really interesting creatures. A lot of demons and gods past are furries before the idea even existed. True. Okay, guys.
Yeah, because originally people associated, like especially like think of like ancient Egypt, they associated, being connected with animals with power. They didn't, see it as anything like negative.
Right. Elves Hot Pencil stopped by. Okay, guys. I think we're done with all our shares. If anybody else has something to share or shout out, the Astral Dragon was shouted out as well from D&D. If we have anything else, do it now, or we will proceed to looking over our challenge creations, and we'll be done after that. We're at the 2 hour mark now almost. Okay, Chicken God, go ahead if you do.
Hi. All right. I'm not sure how much this would apply to traveling in dimensions, but I don't know if you are familiar with the Pikmin series, but in the second game, there's a boss that is pretty well known, and I can read you the notes that the main character of the game wrote to describe it.
Cool. Got a voice. By the
All
way,
that is known about this creature stems from a few sightings deep underground. All reported sightings feature the same core set of details. A giant viscous form with a clear hazy sheen not unlike hard candy. One theory holds that it may be the ectoplasm incarnation of a kind of psychic phenomenon, but as is usually the case with such theories, it is very difficult to prove. All witnesses report being suddenly overcome with fear upon sighting the creature, approaching a state of panic and near insanity. In fact, every report contains an inordinate amount of extremely vague details, which has led to suspicions that exhaustion and fear may have caused some simple natural phenomenon to be viewed as a living creature. There's some part where it mentions that it's anchored in a different dimension, but you can, like, it's somewhere else, but it can kill you, but you're not able to kill it.
Pikmin, don't you?
Yeah, it's called the Water Wraith. I don't know if I mentioned.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to read. The ship notes that although it can be seen, its sensors somehow detect nothing, leading to the conclusion that the Water Wraith's physical form is anchored in another dimension. It is one of the more dangerous enemies, as it can instantly kill Pikmin just by rolling over them, and cannot be deterred or defeated until the final floor. You can kill it towards the end, but only when you scare it, and you're not really given what you're supposed to scare it until the end.
What game is this from
It
again?
does look like Bubble Buddy. I can show a video of it.
Sure. Sweet. Actually, I love it. Simple little weird thing. Very nice.
Oh yeah, Pikmin has a lot of really interesting enemy designs.
Pikmin.
Have you played it? Do you know about it?
I don't. Do you guys know about it? I know Super OCD said she likes it.
Oh, it's fantastic. There's so many cool enemies. It's based on Earth, but after humans have become extinct, and all like every living creature on the planet is just very otherworldly, and it feels like you're on Earth, but at the same time, it doesn't.
Nice. Well, that is very cool. Actually, it's big compared to you. Can I get a
Well,
little
you're
more?
actually really small, so
Yeah.
that thing isn't very big either.
So, what are you in this game?
You're a Hokotation, which is from another planet called Hokate, and
Nice.
they're just a very small, like species of sort of humans, but like way smaller, like the size of, I'd say, I don't even know, like a few centimeters, maybe probably less than an inch. They're really small, and the games, well, the first game, you crash land on Earth, and you have to escape, and you find Pikmin, and they help you out. But the second game, which this is from, your company's in debt, and you've already visited Earth, and you know there's treasures on the planet. So you and your crewmate comes with you to Earth to pretty much go treasure hunting.
Cool. So you travel with this group? Because there's a lot of them, right?
Yeah, well, the first game you're on your own. The second you're with a partner named Louie, and in the third game there's 3 separate characters. And
But
that's
what's
like a
with
group.
what's with the whole group of them though following around? Sorry, I know nothing of the game.
You kill enemies, and then they bring them back to their base to reproduce. They're like plant-like creatures that reproduce with the nutrients of other enemies
That looks really fun.
like plants in the game.
Very cool. Thank you, Chicken God.
No problem.
No, that looks really fun. It reminds me a little bit of Overlord. It's just, I don't know, the concept of having more minions or something around you. That looks really, really fun, actually. I'd have to
You should definitely check
it down. All right.
I could just talk about it more next time you're doing one of these things.
Cool. I'm glad I have another voice on here. Any explanation on your name, Chicken God?
Honestly, I felt like I needed to change my username because, what was my username? I think it was Meat Sweats. And I just got tired of it. I just kind of change my name every year or so because I get bored of it. And I usually just come up with something off the top of my head.
Cool.
I
Let me
change it every week.
trying to see if you... Yeah, you said you've been here for a while. So you went through the introduction process and then you Monsterites?
I think
if
so.
you did. Well, it sounds like you're from the US, so you're somewhere in the US, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Can't see it. Okay, maybe you did earlier. Not sure. Well, we'd have to see if you're greened. Let's see. Have you been greened? You have been greened, so that means you did do the introduction. Cool.
Sorry, I bounce between so many servers. I get confused.
It's all good. Awesome to have you. How'd you find the channel, by the way? Or this Discord?
I was in another Discord called Creep Craze, and then someone from here DM'd me with a server link, and I thought it was cool. So
okay, got you. So you're not from the official channel?
No, I actually just discovered it today. I subscribed.
Right on. Cool. Well, welcome. Awesome to have another person. Hopefully you return to these Monstercasts that we do every Saturday.
Yeah, I'll check it out more.
Right on. Cool. Well, that's a pretty cool one. Anybody have anything to add to that? And where am I? There we go. Okay. I went on a little trip of my own. Why don't I post it before? Okay. So Dio might have something. I don't know what that is.
Before you ask.
Okay. Alrighty. You guys over on YouTube, has anybody played Pikmin? Anything to add on that? Super OCD. You should stream it sometime, Super OCD. You should
Yeah.
stream it sometime if you have it. Okay, guys, let's move on to Dande then. We are done with this section. Today's a little bit longer because we are going over the challenge that we had this month. We're going to have another challenge next month. Dande is still here. So go ahead, take it away, Dande. Remember, we're guessing today. All right. I can't hear him. Can you guys hear Dande? Crap.
Not me.
Wait, okay, so you can hear me, but we can't hear Dande. So it's not me. Okay, good. I thought it's me. Dande, we can't hear you for some reason. Okay.
Hello?
Yep, we got you.
All right. So this month's challenge was Chimera monsters, and you could combine 2 creatures together to make a new monster, and we would have to guess. So the first one I'm going to go with is Raincrawler, because he submitted his in the Creative Cavern.
Cool. So Chimera monsters, guys, and the goal was that we have to guess what they are before we hear from Dande, what they officially are a composition of. Any name or context to this one?
Raincrawler actually didn't give me anything
Okay.
as to what they are.
All right, guys. So Gogmazio is saying
He
scorpion.
did submit multiple of them, I think.
Yeah. All right, guys. What do you think this is a combination of? Chicken says dragonfly. So let's go one by one. I guess I'll take it away from there. If you guys have something to add, let me know. So I'd say scorpion, dragonfly, maybe, or some kind of fly like that, and a centipede, looks like. We'll see if there's anything else. So let's go one by one. And I think I know as much as you, Dande, right? So I don't know anything more what they're composed of. Raincrawler, are you online right now? Are you watching us? Just give me yeah. Well, okay, since it's gonna maybe take a while like this. Dande, do you know anything else that could be composed, could be part of the composition in the first one?
I'm not sure, actually. Looks like a centipede, scorpion, dragonfly,
Well, Raincrawler's
cobra-ish
there.
type looking sort of thing.
Right, it's kind of puffed up on the top. So
Might be
Raincrawler.
also an ant head or some sort of wasp.
Right, when you look at the head part. So Raincrawler, did we guess everything? Is there anything we missed in the first creature? We had dragonfly, possibly an ant or wasp, scorpion, centipede. Let us know if there's anything else. With that, let's move on to the next one. This one's also by Raincrawler. Ooh, well, it's pretty wild. Okay, well, I can see one of Jono's favorite monsters right there. Kong and Godzilla, says Gogmazio. That's what it looks like, yeah. King Kong. Ooh, that's so relevant. Wonderful. So King Kong and Godzilla, let us know if we missed anything, Rain. All right, awesome. The next one, I gotta give these. Well, he got a bunch of watermelons already, but I'll give him another one. There we go. The next one is a snail type thing. So let's see. Slower Dande first. Okay, so first one, Gogmazio says wasp, cobra, centipede, and scorpion. Okay. How about the snail one, guys? And Raincrawler is in the chat, in the Discord now too, so he's gonna help out maybe. So he said ant, wasp, scorpion, dragonfly, centipede, and mosquito. Let's see if we can catch the mosquito part. Mosquito part. Is it the puffy area? Maybe it's just mixed in with the wings and all that. Cool. All right, guys. How about the snail?
I think seahorse is one of them.
Yeah,
I
the
agree.
rest looks pretty fantastic. Looks like a satanic leaf-tailed gecko, maybe. But that could be a seahorse too, as they get pretty ornate. Snail dragon says chicken. God's Song and Zilla. Cool. What about the third one, Raincrawler? Seahorse snail. Yeah, maybe that's it, right, Louis? Seahorse snail. That's such a cool mix. I don't know. That just works. A seahorse snail. Seems like a very cool creature. You could just imagine clearly happening, you know? Seahorse snail. Especially with the weird snails we have in the oceans as well. Snail seahorse. Cool. So you got that one. I think that one was the easier one. And the final one. If you guys can recognize that head from our kind of inner jokes here. So this is basically Chris and C. I love it. Wonderful little hit back on our Discord and the people here. It's a Skaven or a rat person mixed with a Necron, which are the robotic race in Warhammer, both in the Warhammer universe. For those that are not aware. Looks a bit chaos too. Looks like mixed with chaos as well. Am I right, Raincrawler? Is it chaos too? Or is it just Skaven and Necron? Jono, I know you're playing there. If I could hear your thoughts about this artwork that he made with John Hamm's impaled head. Raincrawler, that is awesome.
That one was quite interesting. It came out of left field.
Mm-hmm. And it's well done too. It's just it works, just like that snail. It just works. All of them work. That Godzilla one really works too. Totally see that. Mouse, Necron, John Hunter. Looks like a skinwalker, sort of. Let's see. Necron Skaven. Okay. I was thinking Chaos as well, because Chaos has these kind of spikes on their armor with the impaled skulls. But obviously Skaven can do that as well. Pretty evil creatures. John just gives us a Jono face. Well, you gotta hand it to him, Jono. That's really cool of him adding your whole weird fetish into this monsterhood and artwork. No, that is cool. Okay, guys, so I have to ask you, which one's your favorite from Raincrawler? He overdid himself. He only needed to submit one thing to the challenge, and he submitted 4. Which one is your favorite?
The last one.
The last one, okay. First one says, nice, the first one, cool. That one is kind of the real Chimera here, it seems. What else? What do you say, Gogmazio? Dande, which one did you like? Maybe the most.
I kind of like the third and fourth one. Leaning more towards the third one.
Right on. Super OCD?
I think
Which one?
the Kongzilla. I like its,
The Kongzilla.
I like its design.
Yeah, it works, doesn't it?
Yeah. Nice mix.
He doesn't have the goofiness that Godzilla has, so he can jump and climb things better. I mean, the goofiness as far as just that certain kind of build. I don't mean goofiness. Just that limited sort of design. I think this design is more versatile. How about
I
you?
really like the one with that's a mixture of Chris Chew's Skaven and
Necron.
and Necron. The what is his name? The other guy who comes here all the time. That's
Yeah,
Necron.
John. Hamster.
What's that?
Z?
John.
Z. Those two, I really like that. I have a feeling that both.
Cool. I think Jono would say that one. My favorite is Seahorse's Gog. I'd say my favorites, they're all great, but I'd have to say probably the last
They're
one.
gonna be
and the
really
third one.
angry. Chris Chew and Z are gonna be really angry because they've been soiled by that foul creation.
By the way, guys, next time we start the Monstercast and see maybe is here and Chris's, let's show this one off again. I want to make sure they do get a good look at it. That's a really cool shout out for them. So yeah, I think that's my favorite here, maybe, and that slug. The Godzilla one is really nicely done, really well done, actually. That's a great one, a great piece you can color if anybody wants to color it in digitally or by paint. Very clear. And the first one's very unique. Cool. All right, guys. What's next for us, Dante? So that's Raincrawler, everybody. Hire him for your
The next
art.
one is from Chicken God. This is what they sent me.
Chicken God submitted. I didn't know. What an awesome new member. Oh, that is awesome. I love the styling. I love the gritty look to it. Okay, guys, before we ask, what do you think it's composed of?
Horse and fly.
Horse and fly? Very much so. And in a more realistic way, which I totally appreciate. I think we don't need anything else to it. It could have something else, maybe insectoid, but all right. Let's ask Chicken God then. Anything else in this one, Chicken God? Can you tell us about it?
It's just a horsefly. I didn't really go too crazy.
That's awesome. It's a pun monster. I love it.
Looks like something that would appear in a Fly movie if they ever decided to make another Fly movie.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what I thought. I was like, this is the fly, but a horse got in instead.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Nice, clean work. Great for coloring for anybody out there too. No, you got a cool style too, Chicken. I'd like to see more work from you. It's got quite a bit of character too. It's cool
Thanks.
because
I'm pretty sure I put my art in here earlier.
Cool. Hope you can join our next Monster Art challenge contest. In every Halloween, every October, we have a Monster Art contest on the channel. Not the Discord,
cool.
but I shout it out here, and you get a prize money too. But yeah, hope you can join in. Pretty
Sure.
awesome, because a lot of the artists that we have here, particularly the ones that work with graphite, all have this kind of gritty. They're all different, but they all have a kind of gritty look to them, which I really like. Like Donde has a certain gritty style to his. Even Rain, instead of like clean lines, we also have clean lined artists too, but we have a lot of these gritty ones. So that's no, I love this one. I love that it's a horsefly. I love it. That definitely deserves some watermelons. Beautiful.
Thanks.
All right, guys, what's next? Or any comments on this one? All right, Donde, go ahead.
Well, the next one is from GMPF. Let me read what he wrote down. He said it's created to be the ultimate hound. It combines brute strength, poison, fast reflexes, aggressiveness, and enough intelligence to use simple tools.
Okay, and what two creatures? Komodo dragon and Godzilla, a gorilla. Komodo dragon and gorilla. The end of the tail is what's confusing too. I could see the gorilla or monkey aspect. And maybe chameleon, but chameleons don't have a forked tongue. Could even be a snake then, or some kind of what lizards have forked tongues? Monitor lizards, particularly. So I see gorilla, rattlesnake, Komodo dragon. Okay. Let's see who got it. More complete image. And I don't know if there's something on the back of its neck or if that just got erased. All right, JMPF, give us the answer. What is all within your chimera?
Gorilla, rattlesnake, and scorpion.
Okay, gorilla, scorpion, and you said dragon snake? Is that right?
No, rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake. Okay. So it does have rattlesnake. Good guess there, Gagmazio. You get a watermelon. Now why rattlesnake? Let's see here. I got the scorpion. Rattlesnake, we can see the tongue. It's rare to see, to be honest, green rattlesnakes. And that's the funny thing with reptiles is people always think green, right? When kids draw a snake or a lizard, they make it green. Whereas it's really rare to actually see whole green reptiles or crocodiles. They're usually like brownish, soft green tones mixed with others, right? Yellowish, tannish colors. Just mentioning there. Pretty cool creature. I like the fact that, well, I'm wondering if its tail is kind of a, what is it called? A opposable tail. Like it can fully control its tail because it is part scorpion and it is part gorilla, which gorillas don't have tails, but they're closely related to monkeys that do have these tails. They can move around, which would mean they can use this stinger very nicely to move that tail around and sting. It would be a cool creature. Last question there, JMPF. How big would you reckon this creature is?
Like gorilla size.
Gorilla size, so big. Nice, that's powerful. Gorilla lizard, all right, man. Thanks, I'm late. A horse. Sorry, I wasn't reading the YouTube comments too much. Cool, you guys have been guessing everything right. The spikes are interesting, said Dominic. Welcome back, Dominic. So JMPF, explain the spikes. Where did the spikes come from? On the back.
From the scorpion part.
Okay.
It's a armor.
Okay, so the scorpion exoskeleton kind of added here as kind of spiky. And then he does have a mane, he said. So he has kind of like a gorilla mane. Cool, cool. All right, guys. Moving onward. Anything else, Donde?
Now, this one is submitted by Gogmazio.
Sweet. Got a bit of submissions this time around. Well done, everybody, and well done, Donde. All right. Ooh, it looks like that prehistoric fish. All right, guys, what do you guess this fish is composed of? What animals?
Fish
I
and
think parrot. Just
yes, parrot and fish.
Parrot and fish, okay. Let's see some tiger stripes. So that could be something more obvious. Parrotfish. Oh, we got another. Oh, okay. That's Chicken Gods. Yes, another pun monster. It might be. It might be. Let's see if it is. This was a great opportunity for you guys to make pun monsters, by the way. Maybe that's what I'll do with this year's challenge. Pun monsters. This year's contest. Here's kind of a better. Okay, so Gogmazio, tell us, what is it? What animals? I see crab in the front. Yeah, it kind of looks like a crab pincer, doesn't it, Dominic? Crabfish, he says. I could see that too. Maybe lionfish. Maybe a little bit of lionfish in there. Parrot lionfish. Oh, for you guys that don't know, parrotfish is an actual creature. That's why I was saying pun monster. That's a type of fish called a parrotfish. This very well could be a parrotfish just composed of some kind of parrot and a lionfish as the fish counterpart. Although those, the fins, like the scales on the fins are really big. I think that's a big giveaway for the third or second creature there. Megalodon. Why do you say that, Rita? Oh, part of it is Megalodon, maybe? Maybe, right? Actually, the big scales could account for that. Let's see, there's a lot of typing going on. Darth, Gog, and JMPF are going crazy. Who's going to be first? Darth's going at it. Gog is backing him up. And it's JMPF first. Yet another Chimera lionfish. Could be. Darth is going at it. Gog is still trying to explain themselves. They're going at it. Let's see who's going to be first. Now it's just Darth alone. It's Darth typing. Now it's Gog again typing. They're typing together. It's Gog typing alone. Who's going to be the first one to hit enter with their text? What an exciting moment. Like on the plates. Yes, that's why. Right, the plates. Okay. And Gog Mazio's out. Tiger, shark, body. Okay, so the stripes are from tiger, shark. Pangolian. Ah, you guys missed that one. Well, we all missed that one. The pangolian. For the scales. And the cuttlefish for the eye. Okay, makes sense. Kind of like a squid. And then Dunkleosteus, beak. All right, I'm going to search a couple of these out for you. Especially the Dunkleos. Oh, so it is that prehistoric fish that I was guessing. I just forgot the name. All right, so here's that fish. Oh, I already got it. Thank you, Gog. And then pangolian. Let's get a pangolian up for everybody to see, in case they don't know pangolians. Such awesome creatures. I'd love to have a pangolian as a pet, as a friend. There's a pangolian, guys. So we got, I think this one's the biggest amalgamation today. 1, 2, 3, 4. As big as Rain's first one. 4 different creatures within. That was a toughie, though. Now that mouth makes sense, though. Definitely makes sense with the Dunkleosteus. Very cool. All right, Dande, anything else for us?
Yes, there's one, and that's unless John made one. Here.
Okay, this is yours. Sweet. Okay. Ooh, this one looks like I could just imagine this being a toy. Very cool toy. Okay. Okay, guys, guess away. Yep.
When this is based off of something that I thought up when I was little that I would have liked as a.
Oh, cool. Epic. Gig says epic. Cool. About to have them join in. Okay, I guess I'll start off. What do you guys say over on YouTube? I'm seeing a wolf or fox. A lot of scaliness, like on the fox's head. So it looks like maybe dragon. Maybe turtle. Those are beaks. Or, so dragon, turtle, we have, what's that kaiju's name? Maybe that kaiju. Scorpion. Digitigrade legs. Let's see what you guys got. Wolf. Dog says wolf, scorpion, hydra. Okay, could be hydra. Wolf. Actually, hydra is a good option there. Wolf, scorpion, dragon, turtle. Cool. Pretty much what I said there. Along the same lines. Chicken. Ooh, we got chicken, fox, scorpion. Fox, dragon, scorpion. I'm thinking going with the kaiju. I'm thinking maybe it's beyond just being a dragon. Dande, so is this exactly what you like imagine when you were as a kid, like these same kind of heads as arms and all that as your imaginary toy or desire?
It was a little different when I was younger. It's kind of changed over the years because my mind would always drift back to that.
Cool. Maybe someday you can create an actual figure like this. Put it on Kickstarter. I'll back it. Werewolf, scorpion, 2
There's
Pokemons.
a lot more of them.
Oh, there's more. I mean, more creatures that you have in your mind, or more to this amalgamation?
No, there's like this one wasn't the only one. There's like a few more or several more.
Gotcha. So when you thought of this challenge, did you already have this kind of in mind?
Sort of. I was gonna go with something else, but this just popped in my head, so I decided to do this.
Okay. Oh, pig. Sea scorpions were really big. Yes, sea scorpions were huge, 7 foot long, over 7 feet. Crazy creatures. Okay, guys. Let's hear the answer. Dande, what is it?
It's a dragon. It's supposed to be a jackal and a scorpion. Just those three.
Okay, so dragon, scorpion, jackal. So how many times have we seen the scorpion today? I think about 3 times. So the scorpion has been the most used animal today. That just means scorpions are monstrously awesome, everybody. That proves it.
Either that, we need more scorpion monsters.
Right? It's for that tail, but what I like too is that instead of the claws that the scorpion has, or the pincers, that's where you put the dragon heads. That's actually really cool when it makes sense with what the arms look like. It's not just this jackal with arms with heads on them. The heads make sense because you'd have pincers there, which looks... Oh, and that makes sense why they have the beak faces. So it's a beak slash jaw because it has the teeth, but it's beak shaped because of the pincer shape. Now it all comes together. Why we were thinking turtles. Beautiful, Dande. Thank you very much. And thank you for running this challenge. Remember, guys, these challenges happen every month and they're just for fun. He reviews them, then we review them here. You can always submit your submissions to the Creating Monsters Tavern here or send them to Dande. And we'll talk about them at the end of the month. Wonderful. Anything else? That's it, right, Dande? Or is that?
Yeah, that's it from the ones that...
Awesome. All right, guys, what are your favorites or favorite? Please let me know and start thinking what we should talk about next week. Wow, less than 3 hours so far. And we had Dande's challenge on board. That's pretty good. Usually with the challenge, we go pretty long.
Yeah, you can send yours now.
We got a new one. Darth, yes, submit it.
I have an idea for what we can talk about next week.
What, Gargamel?
I'm thinking that we should do a Monstercast on monster creators, not monsters that create other monsters, but like authors and movie producers who are well known for the monsters that they created. Like, for example, Stephen King, Benicio del Toro, Marianne Shelley, Bram Stoker,
Gargamel.
J.J. Tolkien.
Gargamel, I think that idea is just... It's excellent. Excellent idea, Gargamel. I think we should do that. That's a very good suggestion for our next chat. Okay, so this is Darth's, by the way, guys. We'll finish this one up and... Ooh, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Good job, Darth. I'm giving you a watermelon for that. You even colored it. Okay, guys, what do you see in Darth's? The last one. Fashionably late, but totally worth it.
I see the squid and a lionfish mane or a tigerfish.
Indeed. I agree with JMPF. I think it has the Dunkleosteus fish again, the prehistoric fish. A lionfish. A whale. I can see those lines under the whale's head. I'm thinking that's what that is under the body. A squid. Looks like a giant squid with that nice ending to the tail that they have. And then some fins at the end there of the whale counterpart, which could be something we haven't guessed yet. Oh, that could also be a squid portion, because squids have that too. Let's see. Dunk, squid, blue whale. It's awesome because they're all huge. Well, the squid and the blue whale is huge. Okay. All right, give it away, Darth. What is it? Tell us what is in this one, Darth. Everything. Did we guess it right? Dog says dunk. We'll just call it a dunk. Squid and blue whale. Okay, waiting on Darth. Did we get it, Darth? Or anything we didn't guess? Okay, guys, we are coming to a close. Now we vote for our next chat. So, what about the tail? Yeah, what about the tail? That's what I'm waiting to hear about, Darth. We must know, or we cannot sleep. Nice work, man. Nice work. Coloring and everything. And which one was your favorite, guys? Which one did you enjoy the most today? Dande, did you have anything that stuck out? I know I asked about Reigns, because he had many, but overall, did anything stick out for you and the rest of you guys?
Probably the one of Chris and Z fusing together and the horsefly one.
Yeah.
My favorite is the Chris and Z one.
Chris and Z. Yep. The Skaven and Necron. Yep, that's one of my faves. The snail seahorse is just fun. And the horsefly. That one's awesome. I could totally see that somewhere. And that illustration, yeah, like it very. And the illustration being gritty as it is perfect for what the creature is. Because you could draw a dragon or something else with that style, but that's why I want to see more work by Chicken God. Because the grittiness totally works for what that is. It just looks dirty. It looks smelly. It looks uncomfortable. Mess of a creature in a realistic way. What else? Dande's was cool. Again, as an action figure, I think that wins it for today. Dande, no, not Dande, JMPF and forgot who made that one. Gogmazio. Those are cool animal, and Darth Phoenix, cool animal designs. Eighth one, especially, let's see, Chicken God said very first and very last. Nice. Cool, you chose the real like mixes, like the mini mixes are my two favorites. Cool. Good to hear it. Darth says dunk. Okay. Colossus squid. Okay, so I was wrong on the type of squid. Whale. Lionfish. And the tail part is of a dunk. Okay, so it's a dunk. Dunkleosteus. Yeah.
Interesting choice in picking the prehistoric creature.
Mm-hmm.
Or fish.
I agree, and it's interesting that two people chose it. I wonder if they inspired each other somehow or knew that the other person's working on one, because Scorpion is, okay, that I can understand, that can be repeated, but why did people choose Dunkleosteosis? Sounds like a disorder. Do you have Dunkleosteosis? If you do, we need you for battle next week. Nobody's a better tank than you. Okay, last, especially because the colors. Yeah, they added the colors, and the sea creatures are cool. Right, they went all sea. They didn't like mix it up with other land creatures. It is all sea creatures of the same biome. So that's pretty awesome. Saltwater creatures. 8-1 left. Yeah. The horsefly and the one of Darth is Rain's favorite. So the horsefly and Darth's. Very cool. Very cool. This one was one of the... I don't know, we've had some awesome challenges, Dande, but this one was pretty awesome. I gotta say so. Dande, any word of next month's challenge?
It might be mechanical monsters, but I'm not sure if I did that one already.
Right. I'm not sure if you did
Not yet.
robotic or not.
I don't think you did.
Okay. All right, guys. So he will make that more official later on. Check out our events tab here in Discord. That's where he mentions our latest stuff, and me and Pro sometimes and Donde do our events. So keep an eye on that, but it'll probably be mechanical. Maybe. We're not sure yet. Okay, so watch out for that. You have a month to submit. Okay. Damn, I should do an art contest. Sorry for the loud noise. I should do an art contest because of this whole Corona thing to, I don't know, send people some money that are less fortunate. Wish I had more to give, but that would be fun too. Okay. Seahorse was pretty cool. Indeedo. Alright, guys. Gargamel did his recommendation for our next Monstercast. Who else? I'd like to hear definitely from Chicken God. Seems like a very cool person, new person here. I'd like to hear if you have any suggestion for our next Monstercast. We've done 74, 75 of these, so we might have already done it. We'll let you know if we have. But, yeah, what do you think, Chicken God? And anybody else? We need at least 3 suggestions so we can vote. I'll help as well to make one so we can move this along. Seahorse was pretty cool. Dominic liked the seahorse. Rita liked the seahorse. Cool. People are liking the seahorse. Oh, what the hell? I didn't even think. Seahorse. Another pun monster that just flew over my head because I'm so busy narrating this whole thing. So we had almost three pun monsters. That was a seahorse, guys. Chicken God, that was a seahorse. So we had a horsefly and a seahorse. That's why we had horses repeating. So funny, I missed the pun of it. Seahorse and snail dragon. Oh wait, no. What am I saying? That was a snail horse, not a sea, but it could be a seahorse. I'm out of here. Sorry, I'm making a fool of myself. No, there wasn't a pun in that one. Sorry, guys. My mind was going places. And you guys weren't there to guide it, so it got into a mess. Sea snail, seahorse, right. Yeah, sea snail, seahorse. More like it. Okay, guys, what are your suggestions? Gargamel mentioned we should do a Monstercast on monster creators, the different writers, the big writers out there, and producers, directors, and special effects, which I like as well, Chicken. Monster worlds, specific worlds that are different monster worlds. So Louis says that one. Yes, we always prefer obscure, Chicken God. Anytime we make a topic, we always prefer that you find stuff that are lesser known and harder to find. That's kind of the challenge of every week. I got you covered. Cool. So she likes that one. Do you have any other suggestion, Chicken God? You can shoot one out as your first here. Leviathans. My suggestion is Leviathans. What do you mean, Gogmazio? Do you mean just large monsters? Because we've already had kaijus, I think, or giant monsters. So you'd have to be more specific by what you mean. Or the different presentations and interpretations of the Leviathan. I could definitely see that being a discussion. Gigantic sea monsters, maybe. Yeah, let's see what he says. I'll say animated. Yeah, I'll suggest animated or reanimated things. Animated beasties. Like reanimated. Sea monsters are super cool too. They are. Well, giant. We had sea monsters? Did we? We've had everything. We've had a lot of stuff. But we can always go in depth. Do discussions on why does this do this and things like that. We don't have to do just listings, monster listings in these monster casts. Urban Legends on Twitch. Okay, guys, I'll write down the things, and you can vote.
Exotic xenomorphs.
That's not bad.
That was Gargamazio's suggestion.
That's everything. Let me see. Okay, here we go, guys. Reanimated monsters, monster creators, monster worlds, and exotic xenomorphs. What do you vote? Louis, are you still on monster worlds, or have you changed your mind? Rita, Rain, Dominic, anybody else out there watching, listening? What do you guys vote for on YouTube land? JMPF says Monster Worlds. Chicken God, do you still
I'm
vote?
still on Monster Creators, the one I came up with. But
Okay.
Monster Worlds I'm interested in because I suggested it another time and someone else apparently suggested it here.
What does Gargamazio mean by exotic xenomorph?
Xenomorphs that are unusual.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. The lesser known ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Rita, which... Oh, no, that's Rain. Okay. Sounds cool. So I'll take Monster Worlds. So how many people said Monster... Did you say Monster Worlds? No, you said Monster Creators, right? Gargamel? Yeah. Okay, so... Chicken God, what do you think? Urban Legends. We haven't done Urban Legends. We can suggest that one next time. That's a good one. Actually, we kind of did. So I think we have 2 for Monster Worlds. Come on, guys, make your votes. I'm going to vote with Gargamel for Monster Creators. Okay, she did Monster Creators 2. Gagmazio said... Okay, so Gagmazio is with the Xenomorph. Monster Creators from Dominic and OCD. Looks like Monster Creators. Well done, Louis. Gargamel. I was looking at YouTube. I think Monster Creators it is, guys. Awesome. This is going to be a good one.
Thanks.
This has been a long time waiting, actually. Adding out those awesome.
Yeah, I think even when at one point you even had a suggestion to make that into a video series.
Yes,
on
I
your
did.
Channel.
I sure did. Thanks for remembering that. That's a true monster, right?
Yeah, so I
right
think
there.
having a Monstercast on would at least be like second best, I guess, for you. And I also really wanted to see, would really like to see that.
Agreed. Awesome. Okay, Monster Creators it is, guys. So this can be any creators out there.
Yeah, any person that's, fairly well known, not yourself, I'm guessing. That I
Exactly.
think would be a little too cheating. So like any monster creator that like has like created a story or a movie or a special effects artist that has like made up a monster.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Is somebody a little bit bigger? So not you or friend or somebody you know on this or
I'm thinking it's
DeviantArt.
probably someone that at least had some like published,
Yeah.
book, or maybe like published a short story some time ago, and not just in like a college newspaper, but like in a
Cool.
mainstream publication.
Nice, Donde. Yeah, I think published is a good way of putting it. If you know someone that you know creates a lot of monsters and sells some stuff on eBay, that's cool by all means. But yeah, definitely somebody that has earned
Hey Arthur.
this title.
Sorry.
Yep.
Hey Arthur, just out of curiosity, have you is there someone already thinking up that you're gonna tell us about when the Monstercast comes on next week?
Me? Maybe.
Hmm.
Maybe.
looking
I have
forward
an
to it.
artist I'm thinking about that I recently found.
That's cool.
So maybe I'll do that one. I like this because Also, if it's a smaller artist, it's a nice little shout out we can help. We can do here
Yeah.
for what it is. But no, I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how many of the big ones that we all know get mentioned. How many of the smaller ones? I mean, the one mentioned today that I would include to this list is again the one that JMPF brought up. Along the lines of Lovecraft, that actually created those hounds, and Lovecraft used in his short story. I think that guy deserves some attention for sure.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll see you guys later. You guys have a nice day.
See ya, Gargamel. Thanks
Later,
for
The cast anyway.
playing along.
Bye.
Take care, man. I
Bye.
know one creator, not in real life. I just know about him. Gotta go. See ya, Gogmazio. Okay, everybody's out, so we're gonna shut this down. Thank you, everybody, for being in another Monstercast. We just ran 2 hours and 45 minutes as I'm talking. See you guys. Nice having Chicken God here for the first time. Dominic, I think second time maybe back here. So thank you guys over on YouTube. Thank you over on Discord. Stay tuned for Donde's challenge for next month. And slowly for new things on World of Monsters. Not just yet. I'll be doing a live stream where I'll announce everything there on the main channel. So thank you, everybody. Go ahead and say your goodbyes. If you guys know what to say in Chris's place and in the other people's place, go ahead. For me, it's goodbye. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Go ahead, guys.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Stay safe.
Remember to look to the skies.
That's a good one. Jono, where's your outro, Jono? In the words of Chris, as he would say, fear the unknown, blow its head off with a shotgun.
Beware that when fighting Hum, you yourself do not become a Hum, for when you gaze long into the Hum, the Hum gazes also into you. Friedrich W. Nietzsche.
There you go, there's Jono's. And then, what's Victor used to say? Don't fear the unknown. Explore it and learn about it. Figure it out, basically. Those are all of ours. And that's that. Out we go. Might change our other intro song that we have, but I like this outro song. I think this outro song is it's a very pleasant tune for you to start your next week with. Very delightful. 3, 2, 1. See you guys on YouTube.